Good evening. Hello, world. Hope everyone is doing absolutely fine and well and dandy. Hope all is good in the land of YouTube. We'll click on there. Oh, guys, we have got a extra stream for today. I thought I would have a go at building a desktop PC. We've got a B550 Wi-Fi gaming motherboard. It's one what we started on stream last week. And the case and whatnot is on the floor down here. And we took it to pieces. They built it themselves, if you recall, and they'd blown the motherboard. So we are just doing the motherboard. Hello, Strawberry. Good evening, Strawberry. How the devil are you? It's all like that laptop. It's coming. I only got the laptop put together today. So it is coming, Strawberry. It is coming. Just that's probably going to be a stream for next week. I need to probably put a poll up on the stream just to see which version of Linux we are going to have on it as well, and then do that. But I'm right in thinking, Strawberry, we'll get Linux on the laptop, and it'll just install like Windows OS will install, won't it? So I mean, yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem at all. I'm just wondering what else we can do with it just to kind of pad it out a little bit. Because if not, 6 minutes later, I suppose installing all drivers and getting it all working configured is the interesting bit. But that's where I will rely on chat so much more, so much more than anything else. But hey. Right, I am just gonna do one other thing because I thought I was ready, and you know, you think you're ready, and then you realise you're not ready. And I need to do this, and I forgot to do it. It's just typical. I'm exactly the same. You could do with an Arch Linux installation. Well, I was thinking of just using something like Linux Mint or something like that. Or do you think I should be using something else? I'm not too sure, but I mean, I will go with what people think is probably the best option on that one. Sorry, I'm all yours now. I'll go with what people think is the best option on there. I wouldn't mind doing it so we can do other things on it. So maybe have an alternate purpose for it, something like turn it into a retro game, you know, RetroArch or something like that. Ah, there we go then. Arch. I'm going to make a note of that then, and then at least I can. Is it called Linux Arch then? Because I've not come across that one myself. Afternoon, Eric. Don't know. It's Von Erich. But better for use would be Kubuntu or Mint. Yeah, I was thinking something easy, but I will have a Linux Arch. I mean, I ain't used Kubuntu. I've used Ubuntu, but I presume Kubuntu is just a fork of Ubuntu, which is a bit easier. Pitco! Your thing not work, Pitco? Didn't hear it go off. Have I got my sound muted? Right, I've got that stuck there so I can research that and have a look at that one. If it is going to be that one. But yeah, we'll have a look at Linux Arch. That's probably going to, I think you were in for that Dell one I did earlier, that little Dell laptop, which is sat up here. Sat up there and put screws back in it yet, actually. It's just sat up there. So I think it's probably going to go on that one. But yeah, I might turn it into like if we can put RetroArch on it as well.
PCDD, little shit.
Pitco, good afternoon. No, good evening, Pitco, because you're UK based, aren't you? So good evening, Pitco. Hope you are well. Didn't know whether is MK still streaming. Didn't know whether MK was still streaming. I thought I would leave it until a little bit later on, until some other people had dropped off. But I didn't know whether he was. Oh, he is. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise MK was still streaming. But anyway, good. I'm glad you're good. I am very, very glad you are good. Good. We are building a desktop PC. This is one I started on stream last week, and we are gonna. Customers just literally dropped the motherboard off, and that is because you probably can't see it. Let me see if I can zoom. I can't zoom in. Can't zoom in on that camera. That in here, it's huge. I've had another 2 dropped off tonight. God, this weighs a ton. This must weigh 30 kilos. It's a full size one. This is the baby one. Out of them. God, it's heavy. This one is in a box, and I can hardly move the box. Look at the size of it. It's coming up to my waist. Here's the box. It's coming up to there. So it's huge, massive. It's a. I don't know if anybody wants to have a look at the case. It's a HAF 700, the Berserker. It says it'll take absolutely everything, but the case is 666 millimeters. It's huge. The box is massive. They brought it in a box. So, only place I've got to put that at the moment, it's got to go back in my office, is there. But when we're having the people over tomorrow, I've got no room on my dining table. And I'm like, whoa. MK's finishing in about 30 hours, is he? Right. Well, I'll still be going. I'm having a hard cut off of 10 p.m. tonight. So hopefully we'll get it all done by 10. There is a bit of a configuration thing to do afterwards. It is water cooled as well, so we will be fitting fans in it, RGB water cooling. We've got a bit of a pile of stuff really down here. I know it's all upside down, but we've got the case on the floor down here, the water cooler, which is a triple fan water cooler, which I despise, and loads of bags of bits. So without any further ado, press that one. Zip. We're going to start. I bought myself a new mug as well. I saw this in the shop today, and it says, put it on that one. No, that one there. It says howdy. And I thought, then it reduced to 60p. So I thought, I've got to get that, because I usually greet people with howdy doody, or howdy. So I thought it'd be quite apt if I get that. Anyway, let's start taking this to pieces. And then at least we can get, oh dear, forgot to give them their Wi-Fi antenna back for their box. So this is a AM4, if it's a B550F gaming Wi-Fi ROG Strix motherboard, which we will be building on today. Got the main board out, pile of bits, get all them out because I will need them. This is other screws and so on in there, and then I get to keep all the other stuff in there. I am hoping once we get the CPU in, it is just the motherboard that they've blown. I think it is, because we did test. We tested the motherboard with a couple of different CPUs. And these had built this one themselves, so it weren't like anything else. They, I think probably what had caused this, they've got some standoffs in the wrong place, if you recall. They, I've got to send them all this stuff back, and I need some of the stuff I've sent back. One of these days, I might get PCDT to build me a new PC for doing the streaming on. Anytime, Pitco, anytime. I was trying to work out the other day. I generally build probably, not as many as some people, but I better build 25 to 30 per year. Some years a few more, some years a few less. I don't build hundreds. It's generally more repairs that I get embroiled with. But you kind of extrapolate that back over your career time of 30 years. Obviously I weren't building as many back then, but we had boom times where we were building, I don't know, 60 a year as well. So it soon mounts up, doesn't it, to how many you've built over the over the decades and so on. Zoom mounts up. Let's get his SSDs in. Yeah, that one when it turned up tonight, it's huge, absolutely massive. We're having a hard drive in here from this. They've got a hard drive in a PCIe one. We will have a discussion on Discord. Do you know what, Pitco? We could do it as a joint stream. You could bring the bits and we could build it live on air together. That might be a challenge for us both, and hopefully it'll go to plan. That's if you can afford to buy RAM for it nowadays. That's the crucial thing, isn't it? Trying to buy blinking RAM. Oh God, he stuck this down and I've never even heard of that making. Anybody heard of that? I've never even heard of that SSD. Hi Zola, back at work now. Good evening, chat and PCDD. Good evening, Zola. We'll have that might be really interesting. Yeah, that might be an idea. I need to know. What do you need to know, Erich? Evening, chill. How the devil are you, sir? I think you might have been chasing your Furbies around. I see a post on Google about DDR3 becoming Maya popular as DDR4 and DDR5 prices. Yeah. I've actually got quite a bit of DDR5 as spare RAM for testing in my spares box. I've never even heard of this thing. I wouldn't like to put this as his thing, but he wants that as his primary one, so we'll put it there. I've got quite a bit of DDR5 as test RAM. And I'm thinking, do you know what? I could probably sell it and just keep maybe 2 sticks for testing and sell the rest because some of it will be worth quite a bit. Yeah, the new gold standard. Yeah. I have my motherboard here and I'm nervous to place the CPU inside. Oh God. What motherboard is it and what CPU is it? Don't be nervous. It's nothing scary. I always maintain with computers, if it goes in the hole, it goes in. If there's any type of resistance, you've got the wrong hole. And I'm sure that could be looked at for quite a few different things in life. But yeah, put that back in there, and we're not going to lose it. Are you building your own, Erich?
PCDD, you little shit.
It's Andy. I picked my old aged to build a PC. Is it your first one you've built, Erich, as well? Is it your first one you are building as well? Are you a streamer or are you just a viewer? You'll have to bear with me. I do not know. I've bathed my dog tonight, and she's gone all fluffy because I've got people coming tomorrow. Oh, stand up here. Come in, stand up. She's gone all fluffy, and she's all feeling sorry for herself because I've bathed her, and she don't like being bathed because we've got people coming. So get down, come down. It's an X870E. Ooh, very nice. The E's got the dual chipset on it, hasn't it? For better throughput. Dog, go away. Get away from down there. You'll pull things over. The E's got the dual chipset as well, hasn't it? First time, sir. Just a regular. Ah, well, I am sure. Lovely dog. Thanks, Sola. Thanks. It's Maddie. She's an amazing dog. I know everyone thinks the dog is, but I certainly do. She's an amazing little pooch. She really, really is good. Trained really well. Trained her myself. Trained all my 3, and she is. Yeah, with that, Erich, there are a couple of tips I can give you, depending what stage you're at. But certainly watch some videos on YouTube or on on your favourite streaming platform. Don't go away. And you will pick up plenty of tips. How I do it is not necessarily how other people do it. But certainly, if you've got any questions, I'm more than happy to help and lend assistance. I will try and talk you through it. What I do on these, I don't know if anybody else does this, because this plate fits onto the back and to stop it falling off, I just usually stick a couple of pieces of double-sided tape on it. Once it's secured, you don't, it won't fall off anyway. But just to hold it in place whilst I screw everything in, it just stops it keep from falling off if you are moving it a little. That's the only reason. If anybody is wondering what I am doing with that, that is the only thing I am doing. So I'll get the plate stuck on the back. The issue what we may have with this, gents, is all the bits were mixed up and taken out and everything else. Oh, very nice. A nice CPU 9950X. I did one on stream, I think at the weekend, with a 9950X. I've got a 9850X in my gaming system upstairs, which I never use. Yeah, 9950X, very nice. What cooler are you using? Have you got air cooler? Please tell me you've got an air cooler. I personally despise water coolers. I would never have, I've got a water cooler in my server down here, but I would never ever fit another water cooler in one of my systems. I do not like them. I see too many issues with water coolers leaking and making people cry when they leak. Thermal Assassin. Oh, you got the Peerless Thermal Assassin. I recommend that to all of my customers. What an amazing cooler. Really, really win. Which one do you go for? The black, grey, silver or white? Or the one with the RGB thermal temperature thing on it? Because there's 3 on there, isn't there? It is a brilliant cooler. Mine keeps mine to about 72 degrees under load. I don't overclock or anything like that. So, yeah. I have got a water cooler in my server which sits down here. And I've never bothered doing anything with it maintenance-wise. My view is, when it blows, I'll build myself a new computer because I have more than had my money's worth out of this. I built this in... Wow, I can't remember when I built it. 2000 and... Before lockdown, so about 2019, I think I built this. And it has had a new CPU because I got a cheap CPU, so I put a CPU in it. But it's a... this one, my server down here, well, I call it my server, it's my work computer, my gaming system's upstairs. This is a 5900X 3D, only got 64 gig of RAM in this one, and then several different drives and whatnot. But, and I think this one's just got a, yeah, this one's only got a cheap card in it. But, yeah, this one, when it goes, even under full load, this only sits about 60 degrees with water cooler. But it is a nice system. A couple of fans are now rattling a little bit in it. But, when are you building it, Eric? Are you building it soon, or are you halfway through it, or are you building it tonight? We could do a joint thing. We could build it together. There we go. Like we were just saying to Pico, we could build a computer live together on here. Now the customer has 2 hard drives. Personally, I would be booting off that one. And do you know what? Let me see what I wrote in my notes. Let me grab my notes. I've left my notes on the table in here. I'm trying to find my way through the other computers. Okay. I can format both discs. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I can format both discs. So I'm going to swap them over and put the Crucial, because I think Crucial, I've never heard of that Banton or whatever it is, drives. So I think if we're talking a boot disc, I'd rather have the better one in the primary, because I've never heard of it. So we will swap them over. and see where that goes. So yeah, we'll put the Crucial in here, just a bit better, in my view, a bit better. Crucial made by Micron. I fit a lot. This is customer bought this, but I fit a lot of Crucial drives and never have an issue. Well, I'm saying I never had an issue. I think I've had one go funny, and I probably do, I don't know how many drives across SATA and M2s a year. Probably say about 350 a year, and I've been probably about that for the last umpteen years, give or take, maybe 10-15% a year, depending, and obviously lockdown a bit different, but yeah, I moved from Kingston because yeah, they weren't as good, but yeah, WD never, Crucial never had a problem. So I'm a bit gutted that they're been no longer supplying the retail market. I do like them, but such is life. Such is life. So we will get the other cover on here. That's sat on there, so it's got a little bit of thermal. Not that it makes a great deal of difference with Gen 4 or Gen 3 drives, which that one probably is, because they don't get much too hot. The latest gen gets a lot hotter. There is a proven thing that if you actually overcool an SSD, it starts degrading the performance. They like to be a certain temperature to perform well. I love it how you get these bits and I go, I ain't got a clue what that's for. I don't know. This isn't the one, by the way, which had thermal paste on. This is a different one. This is the one where they had bought a new CPU, but they had managed to scratch the CPU, if you remember. They'd put a couple of nice scratches on it. Nothing too major on there. So there is I do it like everyone knows, and I'm sure there's people which do, and there's some people which don't. You've got little marks on your board, but if you look underneath your CPU, you'll have see the white dot in the corner, or the triangle, the gold triangle. You need to be lining that up. Rising all going the same way. Don't force it in, just let it locate until it's nice and snug. A little bit of downward, and then close the arm. And as you close the arm, that goes through there, and then underneath a little slider goes across and traps the leg to do it. What CPU is that? It is a Ryzen 5900X. They bought it new from the Amazon. Same time we bought it at Christmas, and they've assembled it themselves, and it's not very well. I will wish you luck. What's the issue? Eric, if you need any help, please ask. I don't know if you're on any of the Discords, some amazing people, but more than happy to ask on that one. Check out now that one. I've had one go short a P310 and the controller died, and took the NAND chips with that. Data gone poof. Oh, is that what you had? Wow. Yeah, I'd say one which were DOA, dead on arrival. Other than that, been pretty good. But if I'm being honest, never had any Kingston ones either, and I was using Kingston for a lot of years before that. I know the right tolerances on the high end Samsungs are better, but for a budget thing, the issue with this one is nothing, Candy. It is, I did this one on stream last week, and the customer had built it themselves. They came to see me. I quoted them £150 for building it, or stripping it down and rebuilding it, because they built it themselves and it didn't work. And I looked at it and I went, reason why I can see it's not working is because you've not plugged that wire in. Take it home, I'm not going to charge 150 quid, plug it in yourself, and you save yourself 150 quid. They went, oh, brilliant, thank you. Brilliant, thank you very much. So I sent them away, text them that night, is it working? Yes, it's working. They're just changing the hard drives over. Brilliant. They then rang me the next day to say it stopped working. Don't work now. So they brought it back. I stripped it down actually live on stream, and there were quite a few bits and bobs when you actually went beneath the surface. Most noticeably, they'd left or they put extra standoffs in the case, and we thought it had shorted case. There was some damage, some traces on back. So I spoke to the customer, got a new motherboard, and they've delivered the motherboard to me today. Frozinos. That is. Oh, hi, Frozinos. Hello. I did sub to you earlier, by the way. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Frozinos Repairs. Yes, I did sub to you on when MK mentioned it on stream. Welcome. Hello. And who else we've got? Oh, we've got Kawasaki. SK Hynix. Yeah, I don't mind SK Hynix. They're other big player, aren't they? I don't buy a lot of their stuff. I see SK Hynix because a lot of manufacturers use it, don't they? Under the generic one. So yeah, SK Hynix is another brand. I generally don't go out buying them. I'm not too sure if they just make chips for other people anyway, apart from manufacturers. So you know whether they make chips in Kingston, for example. I am not sure at all. But anyway, we're going on. So we've got two M2s in it. We've got a 1 terabyte Crucial and we've got a 256 Banton or whatever it was called. I don't know. Never heard of them. I'm going to stick a power supply on here and see if it is working. Because I really want to test it before I put it in the case with them having other issues last week. So I'm going to use my temporary power supply. We're going to get HDMI and we're going to use my very old, well, I don't know if it is too old now, 1060 I think it is, or 1050 test card, which is just so reliable. It's a mini version, so it just goes in any PC and I just throw it into use. So we'll stick a piece of RAM in it. This isn't the one which had the broken RAM slots. That again was a different one. That one's been fully done and sent back to them now. They picked that up yesterday, which had been butchered by another local installer. If you recall, gentlemen, it was really poor. Get that on there and then turn that off. Right, I'm just getting my HDMI switch. Oh, I can't. Gotta leave that switched on to give it power. It's a bit weird. Okay, let's. So we've got some RAM in it. We've got a drive. Drives are going to get formatted anyway, and we'll stick that in there. We don't need a power cable for that because it is a PCI powered card, so we should be good on this. I'm only streaming tonight because I miss everyone now. I'm only streaming tonight because I've had another couple drop off, and I was just saying, I did show them on stream. This one here, point out that must weigh about 30 kilos, 35 kilos. I struggled to pick it up. It's so heavy, so heavy. And that one, what you can't see, let me see if I can point right way. That one right over there is huge. It's massive. That's another one there. I can't even, that's in a box. I can't even pull the box. It's that big. So they were kind of dropped off tonight. Oh, we miss you too. Oh, thanks Puddles. Honestly, that one, it must weigh 30 kilos, that one there. 30 kilos. I'm struggling to lift it. And it's a full-size tower as well. Struggling to lift it. This one's even heavier, as I say, and that's in a big box as well. This one here, it's even heavier. It weighs an absolute ton. An absolute ton. Two of them carried it in. So I am not looking forward to working on that one. We will stick an HDMI in here and we'll just see if we have picture. We'll put that in there and we will get a power cable. It's actually got that one. And I'm glad they brought it because I don't own one and I'll have to buy one because they're getting a bit more commonplace. It's got the other style of, that's the power plug. So it's the big chunky style. It'll have a name because it's got now was it a 13 or a 1500 watt PSU in it, the one in the box. So yeah, it's got the big square plug. So I am so glad that they brought that because I didn't have that. Oh, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to try it. Oh dear. Sounds like mine. My one is 18 kilograms. Yeah. Well, my My one, which I use daily, is probably, I don't know, 17, 18 kilos, something like that. Honestly, that one, Chill, so heavy, so heavy. They carried it in. I just got them to put it on this chair, and I went, "Oh, put it there." And when they're gone, I thought I'll just move it because I need to get round stuff, and I struggled to lift it. And I'm not a bodybuilder, but you know, I can move things. I'm not old and decrepit just yet. I feel like it some days. Okay, that's what I was going for. Power cable, which is sat on the floor down here. Oh, I tell you what, that is in for as well. That one is in. Well, I think I mentioned it on one of my streams. The one I was just pointing to, the not the dog. She's just in for a good time. Look at her. Look at her. That one there. He's bought a replacement power switch, and I have said to him, it's probably not your power switch, but he still brought the power switch for me to for me to fit the power switch. And I've said, look, I'll fit the power switch for you, but chances are it's not the power switch. If I fit the power switch and it don't work, you're paying me for fitting the power switch, which might take me an hour, and then we're going to have to diagnose it. Why don't you let me diagnose it and I can test it all to see what's wrong? So that's what he's agreed to. That's what he's agreed to. Right. Bottom right hand corner, if we get a post, should appear here if we get a post. So I'll just bridge it out, which are those two pins there, and I'm just going to stick put a bit of slop on here. Where's my glue? So we're still going through. That's posting. Looks to be posting. Well, we've got diagnostic lights on the board, which are disappearing down. It's gone into a boot mode, and we have. Guess what we've got, guys? We have picture. Yeah, we're not bothered about that because we're going to reformat it anyway. So I am happy that the computer is posting. So we will put it in. We'll power it down, and we will pop it in a case, and then we will do the necessary other bits and bobs. Eric, if I can give you a tip, if you've never built a computer before, build it all on the bench. Do like I've done. If you're still in chat, I don't know whether you are, but if you are still in chat, do it all on the bench and fit everything apart from the GPU. If I can give you any type of tip, fit everything apart from the GPU, and then once you fit it in the case, then we put your IO shield on. Put it in the case, connect your cabling for your power switch and whatever else, audio, USB, everything like that. Then fit the graphics card, because if not, it's a pain in the backside. But make sure you fit the cooler before putting it in the case. It makes life so much easier. So the thing what I did earlier with sticking that on with a bit of double-sided tape, you can see it's never fell off now. Which is always useful. Let's take that RAM back out. We will fit. This has been fitted already once, so I'm doing this off memory because I have fitted quite a lot of these. Because this is my go-to cooler. I wonder where his cooler is. Oh, it's a water cooler. No, I'm thinking of a different one. Right, this is a water cooler. I don't like water coolers. Have I mentioned don't like water coolers? Tell you what else they've done as well, which I thought was quite endearing. I placed CP inside. They are in place. Oh, wonderful. Is it? I didn't see what CPU it was. Is it a Ryzen? Oh, it is a Ryzen 9950X. Yeah. Well, they're a bit different, aren't they? Because obviously, new AM5 platform goes down a little bit different. But just make sure it's located well, and then just close the clasp and put it down. The other thing is as well is depending on your thermal paste, less is more. I'm now afraid of putting it into place. Don't be scared. Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be you. Which sounds a bit flippant, but yeah, there's nothing to be scared of. Just nice and easy. Take your time, and you'll get it to go in. But yeah, when you get to your thermal paste, just dry fit your cooler to make sure you've got it all located right, if it's first time you fitted one, just to make sure, because that's what I'm basically going to do here, because I've not fitted this water cooler before. Will that break the chip? It shouldn't break the chip as long as it's
PCDD, you little shit.
Am I on top chat? I am, yeah, sorry. I should be on live chat, shouldn't I? I'm telling people to do that. Well done, Andy. There we go, there we go, there we go, go. Will that break his chip? I placed CPU inside with the arrow in place. As long as it's located and it's smooth and flat, you should be able to just flip your... You'll have one like this. Let's see if I've got a board up here. I have several. No, I think these are all... That's an Intel board. Yours will be similar to this. Yours will be similar layout to that, with it being AM5. I think your clasp will probably shut all the way. So as long as you've located the chip properly and it's located in here properly, close that like that. This arm will then go over here to lock this frame down, and then the arm will just go down and clip under there. So that Archloy, good afternoon. I am now on live chat as well. So yes, so that's basically what it is. You'll have your outer bracket. Your AM5 will sit. I think your bracket, yours will be that orientation, because you'll leave your things on this side. I don't know. So it's a couple of weeks since I fitted one on AM5. CPU in there. You should get some locating pins, as long as they're in and the CPU doesn't wiggle around and it is flush. Close that down like so. You might have a plastic cover on here which will pop off when you close it down altogether. Leave it down as such. Under there, that's it done. Your CPU is now located in there. So you should be good on that. That's an Intel, but it's very similar to what you've got on yours. With your DDR5 RAM as well, when you come to post, it will take an eternity. Some RAM, I've had DDR5 RAM trying to post for a good couple of minutes. So don't be too worried if it's that. So I will just try looking at the, making sure I've got the arms in the right way, because I've got no instructions for this. Closing it. No, I had a break. I had a break, Sam Flame. I had a break. I finished it just after lunch because I had stuff on, and I'm having a party tomorrow night. Got friends coming down, about 40 people. So I needed to go out and go to the supermarket and tidy up. I bathed the dog. I've washed the carpets, and I prepped all the meat and so on for tomorrow. Put some in the marinade. Doing a coconut curry chicken wings, which are going to be roasted off. I've got a couple of ham joints sat in Coca-Cola, and so on. Bought some board games from a charity shop, thrift shop, and I thought we could have a few laughs as well. So I've got my you remembered. You remembered, Sam. You remembered. Yeah, I got my ping pong. They turned up. They're in the other room now. But yeah, they did turn up. I'm going to save the whole thing for a live stream. Are you going to stream it, Eric? Well, please let us know, and we will do it. No, we don't play Monopoly anymore. Since the great fallout of 1997, we're banned from Monopoly. It was worse. It was a worse crash than Barings Bank. I tell you, it was the worst fallout than Nick Leeson. I will nip these down, but I'm not going to over tighten them because they don't need to be over tightened. They just need to be secure on that one. Yeah, we're not allowed to play Monopoly anymore. But I think a lot of people are like that, banned from playing Monopoly. Oh, that was the other thing what these had done as well. They put these fibre washers on every single ground screw for the board. So it probably only getting a ground from underneath and not top, and they're painted and whatnot. So we need to do that. Attention to detail these have done was brilliant, but they've not done any cable management either. Okay, so that cooler is self-screwing. This is where it gets a bit fun and interesting because A, I don't really have the room for building desktops on my bench. B, this is a water cooler. C, it's glass, and I don't like working on glass ones. And D, I'm just a grouch, so let's shift that out of the way. What? Why insulate those? I know. What it was, Puddles. They were building it themselves, and you only know what you know. So you look at it, you get washers, you've got fibre washers, you've got a load of screws, and you probably think, well, I don't want to short out. So I can see why their logic was that, because they didn't realise they were earthing pegs or earthing pins. So I do get that completely. So yeah, but again, you only know what you know, don't you? So I'm not gonna critique them too much. I encourage people to have a go, have a shot if they are confident enough to do it, because I think it's a tricky one, and I think this touches on what we charge as well, or how we charge. I used to feel really guilty about charging people for doing stuff what I found incredibly easy. Not by design, KK. No, not by design, by mistake. Once this is built, have you got to install all the updates? I'm doing a fresh install of Windows 11. I'll use Snap It, and I'll use my image installer, which is about 6 minutes. I can install Windows 11 on. So yeah, about 6 minutes. Windows 11 will be installed. Configure both at drives, format on both. Install updates with that. I reckon probably start to finish on a Windows install on this, maybe 15 minutes, including updates. I'm on a 1 gig connection as well. It wouldn't snap then, it did. Right, what type of SSD is it? Is it an M2 or is it a SATA? Is it one like I put in here? Because you've got to make sure you put your standoff pin in if it's not already attached. Yeah, those memory sticks that I use are pretty darn expensive, but they are so fast. So the amount of times I install Windows, I can honestly, I think it's about 6-7 minutes I timed it. T710 with heatsink. Oh right, so you just make sure if it's one with a heatsink, you just need to make sure you've got your standoff on the board. You know, the little standoffs that I put on. I've put these down now. You can get SATA M2, which I don't know. Yeah, the SATA interface is your double interface, your double thing. So your M2 NVMe, your quicker ones have 1 slot. Your SATA M2s have 2 slots because it's the older, slower interface. And then you actually get a SATA interface on these as well, but that's a SATA NVMe rather than a SATA M2 NVMe. There's a few form factors. Do I have to put the original piece over it? No, if it's got a heatsink on already, no you don't. So you can get SATA M2, which I didn't. Yeah. You can get. I've probably got one kicking around. I've got hundreds. I've got some new ones as well. Because occasionally you'll get a laptop which won't take M2s. So I usually keep a new SATA M2 B and M key. I think these are M key with 1 slot. And if it's got a B key, it's a B and M key, so it's basically a double slot. And then you get SATA ones as well. I've definitely got some up there in my other box. I know I have, but it means taking all the stuff off shelf, and I can't do that. 20 hours of fasting. 20 hours of fasting. Wow. I don't think I could fast for that long. Right, I'm going to put. I was just debating which side to put these. I know we're going to put better heatsink compound on that because it's going to get warm. That 5900X gets a little bit toasty, so we're just going to clean that temporary stuff off, which I use just to post the machine. Which is, I don't find it too bad. I bet there's only 2 or 3 degrees difference in temperature between the. I don't use MX4. I use. I really like that thermal right stuff which comes with coolers, and because I fit so many coolers, I think I've put this on here. We'll fit whatever we want because we've got loads. That's a that's the difference in them, Andy. Can you see different keys? So SATA interface here, which is a slower interface. It's faster than conventional SATA, but not. So that generally will work in both ones. That'll only work in its own slot. Sometimes you get them with just one slot, but it'll only take those drives, I have noticed. And you also get those, and you also get those. Those are the SATA, proper SATA ones. So if you compare those two, got a couple of these in there. So if you compare them to a normal M2, you can see there's quite a bit different interface. It's all down to interface. So yeah, there are several different ones. And we won't even get onto Apple's barbaric way they do things. Thank God for the PC part picker. I see them, thank you. WOT, all right. MX4 is only for consoles. Sorry, fair enough. Hairy Muff. Thank God for PC part. You've got some bits. I have got more bits. I've got more bits in. I have thrown more bits away than I've probably still got. If we kind of just move the camera down there, I've got drawers full of it. I've got a garage full of it. I've got stuff all over. I've got boxes up here. You can't really see a lot of it, but yeah, I've got quite a lot. And when I moved into this office, which I did, I think it finished about October time, I think. That I threw so much away. So we have a selection of. We've got some XT-M70. I like the Thermalast stuff which comes with the thing. We've got some Thermal Grizzly. We have some Thermalright TF4. We have some MX4. We have some MX6. We have, I'm sure I've got an MX5, or I think that's just neighbour over road. We've got one of them. We've got some more Thermal Grizzly. So what should we put on? I'm happy putting anything on. What do you reckon? Thermal Grizzly, MX4, MX6, or the Thermalright stuff? We've got TF4 or TF7. Now, I don't want to hurt this 16GB stick of RAM. Right, with the RAM, I will show you how to put that in. If you've not put any in, just bear me 2 ticks and I'll show you with that. Is this wife wants the dining table back? Yeah. Because I'm having the party at the weekend, I've had to take it off the dining table. I think if you look on my posts on my YouTube, what should we call it? You'll see a picture of my dining table. This is all the stuff off the dining table. Any Pentium i7 30. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do you want? A Pentium. What do you want? An i7, did you say? i7 3770K. We're going to put Grizzly on. All right, we'll put Grizzly on, which is that one there. So we'll put some Thermal Grizzly on. So that's the thermal compound decided. We're going to put Grizzly on. Put all these back. Just put this back on the shelf, because if I don't, I will. And you want to see if we've got a i7. we've got, I've got an i5 3300. Got another i5 6500K. Got a i7 4700. i5 45. We've got i5 12400F. i3 8100. These are just all my test CPUs. i7 8700K. i3 4170. I can't read right now. The Core 2 Duo. i7, wow, that's an old one. i7 95B or something. I can't even read what it says on there. That's an old, look at that for an old one. That's completely worn off, can't read that at all. And we have, I've got a load more. Got a load more. We've got a, don't know, can't read it. i9, that's an i9. Why don't I just press that? It's a lot easier if I zoom in with that. i9 13900F. It's a nice CPU, i9 on that. There be Ryzens. Some more Ryzens, some more Ryzens, some more Ryzens. That's an old AMD. We've got a i7 4790. Is that what you wanted? Oh no, 37. That's a 47. i7 65. Another i7 6800K. I bet I've got everything apart from what you need. We'll look through all these and then find out I ain't got it. These are slightly old. That's an i5 4500. i3 4100. Intel Pentium. That'll be one of Pentium Golds. i3 530. Crikey, that is old. That is old. i3 4130. What's that one sat there? i3 32. Got some more Ryzens. I think we're nearly at the bottom of my pile. We've nearly, yeah, they're all my other Ryzens. Didn't realise I'd got so many Ryzen. And these are A10s and whatnot, AMD A10s. Can't really see that.
I can't believe this.
Andy, what are you doing? Wow, Andy, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Andy. Yeah. I got 3 on this morning stream, and yeah. Whew. I got a bit emotional with the first one. Joseph with the first one this morning. I weren't expecting it. It just came out of the blue. Weren't expecting, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is none of them others? I got, honestly, Andy, got a little bit. Just weren't expecting it. I don't deal well with gratitude or praise. So yeah, for a number of different reasons, but yeah. But yeah, really very much appreciated. What I'm going to do with any donations that I get, gents. So the donations today, what I've received, have paid for a new BIOS programmer because we were trying to do a BIOS on stream. So I'll get used to it. I don't know whether I'll ever get used to it, in fairness, and I weren't expecting anyone to donate. But the decision was I'm going to invest it back into the equipment or back into stuff to do for this thing, and we'll have votes on, and then we'll repair things what it is. So make it a bit more of a community fund as well. So thank you. Been at the chip. Mookie, you having chips? You having a chip butty? Sam, what will none of them others do? What I've got? You're more than welcome to one if you need one. Happy to post you one over, as long as postage isn't too expensive, because I've got multiple ones generally of them. I use them for testing. So yeah, I'll put that back on there because I digressed. I did have a load more, but I got rid of a load. got rid of an awful lot. So I'm going to put Thermal Grizzly on. If I remember where I put my Thermal Grizzly. There it is. Stuff. Fish, chips and peas. Mookie, you're based in...
I can't believe this.
Andy, you've just done it again. Thank you. Thank you again, Andy. I don't know what to say. You don't have to, but thank you so much. The gesture means more than the value, if you can see what I mean. I don't want to come across as ungrateful, because I'm not at all. But thank you, really, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Andy. Thank you on that. Yeah, sorry guys. Took me again.
I can't believe this.
Okay, now I'm scared. Yeah, stop it. Oh no. Oh dear me. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Don't you don't need, but very much appreciated. Thank you. I will. I'm going to keep all the donations, say, to one side, so we can reinvest it in maybe something that we do and whatnot as well. So thank you so much. What a lot of guys don't realise is I've spoke to Andy numerous times off air as well, on the phone as well. Andy has spent so much time on the phone of his precious time. So much of his precious time on the phone helping me sort my problems out at this end.
I can't believe this.
Oh, Pitco. Thank you. Keep what doing for us all in the community.
I can't believe this.
Oh, GP. I don't even know who GP is, but thank you, GP. Thank you. Pitco, GP, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so whoever GP is, sorry. Oh, Grass Puddle's GP. All right, thank you so much. Don't have to, guys, honestly. You really don't have to, but thank you. I mean, incognito. Again, the ones what I kind of received on this afternoon stream was, which is bought now, the BIOS program. We happen to be doing a BIOS job. All them battery royalties. So we were doing a BIOS job. So I've bought the T48 Lead Farmer and Dreams had kindly sent me quite a lot of information, and Lead Farmer was amazing on that one, as well as everyone else was. And we managed to get the BIOS reset on a laptop to remove the password. I think quite a few of you were in. So Strawberry Kittens suggested we put a Linux install on there, and I'm going to turn it into a retro gaming PC, and we'll probably end up giving that away on stream as well. But the idea with the donations is it can go towards the tools. We can do a thing, and also maybe buying broken items so we can repair them, other than PCs, because I get PCs coming in daily. So yeah, very much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. The gesture means so much more than the value of it. Thank you so much. I'm going to go back to this because I'm going to get. I'm going to try and stop talking. Sorry. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, Sam. Does none of them CPUs do? If one of them does, just let me know. And same goes for anybody. If I've got anything, as long as I've got more than one of them, and I don't need it for testing, you're more than welcome. I'd rather it go to a good home and good use than go in the bin. So there we go. Thank you so much. Right, I'm going to put some of this.
I can't believe this.
Oh, Andy, thank you. There goes my bill for tomorrow morning. I'll pop down and make you a coffee, Andy. I'll send one down. Stop it. Stop it. Oh dear. Andy's done so much for me. As well as there are several creators, but Andy's one of them who has done an awful lot. We've got an amazing community of creators out here, and Andy reached out when I'd got, I don't know, less than 100 people watching me, and helped me do quite a bit of getting stuff set up because I was so new to it. All right, I'll have another look through my other stuff, Sam, see if I can find anything for you. But yeah, Andy did take the time, trouble, and had patience with me because I'm not the best.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not the best one. Joseph. Good afternoon, Joseph. Good afternoon. What is the price of a gaming PC? What is the price of a gaming PC in January 2025? Do you mean 2026? I've got 3 old Intel CPU, 3rd gen, 2nd gen. Not sure if anything newer, if anyone needs anything. I certainly don't, but there might be somebody in chat which does. I'm just going to try and ease this to a more uniform manner. Sorry, Erich, I'm going to show you, once I've got this spread, I'll show you about the RAM in a second. The way I do the RAM. I do get
PCDD, you little shit.
I'll turn that down a little bit because I'm really loud. 26.
PCDD, you little shit.
I am a little ship. I'm a big ship sometimes. I do pop into people's channels as well.
PCDD, you little shit.
I do pop into channels, and I'm completely thrown. Oh, the echo. Yeah, it's a bit loud. Let me turn that down. I think it's come down to 60%. I can turn it on my stream, but there we go, 34%. That should be a lot. That's what Andy really thinks of us.
PCDD, you little shit.
Yeah, that should be a lot better. Wonderful. Erich is still in here. Let me just show you how to fit this RAM. Let me see if I can just shift that to one side and move down a bit. This is DDR4, but DDR5 is the same premise. Just won an auction on eBay for 2 8GB used Crucial DDR5. £135. £130 for used. Oh my gosh. That's DDR4. I've got 64GB of DDR4 there. I've got 64GB Dominator DDR4. I have got DDR5 as well. I've got quite a lot of DDR5. I must have, I don't know. I'm saying quite a lot. I must have 10 sticks of it matched on that one. Oh, I wonder why Carthor came up as check out Carthor. Thanks for joining. Hello, Carthor. Hello. Anyway, Erich, if you that seems like a lot of money for some DDR5. Erich, if you are still watching, thing what you've got to do with RAM. Again, make sure your slots lined up in here, and yeah, make sure your slots lined up. So your slot will be offset. This is DDR4. You've got DDR5. Make sure your slots lined up. Pop it into there like so, and just push it home gently, so it'll still be rocking on that center pin. Depending on the make of the motherboard, you might have one clip at this side, or you might have a second clip at this side. This one doesn't have a clip there, it's only got a clip there, so you can see these clips come up and down. So just get it in so it's in the slot, but it's not located down. And the way I like to do it, I use my thumbs. Try not to give it any sideways motion like that. So a thumb on either side like that. I've got pretty big fingers, as you can see, so it nearly goes to the center. And even pressure until it clicks at both sides. You did it. Oh, you did it. There we go. And then it goes in. And your RAM slots, as a rule, you would always start the furthest one away from the CPU, because I presume you've got 2 sticks of RAM, do you? If you have 2 sticks of RAM, you need to start like that, and then you would need to miss a channel and go in there. So you put it in one, which is this slot here, miss that channel and put it in that one, and miss that one. If you've got 4 sticks, just populate them all, but that's generally what you do. So we'll just rinse and repeat, click them both down. The amount I see where they've not pushed them down properly, and the machine will boot, won't boot. Or space them out. Yeah, space them out, but make sure you try and start away furthest one away. Wow, a colleague gave me 32 gigabytes DDR4 or 5. The PC is not there 2 years ago. I put the one. Is that two? Was that DDR4 you've bought? People are going for 130. Did you say? Did you say you'd won 100? Oh no, it was DDR5, weren't it? Yeah, I had customers before Christmas who were ordering RAM and it were getting cancelled the day after, and price was then jumping up, which I think is really wrong. I can see why they're doing it, because they obviously can't buy it at that. You can build your own DDR5 now. Now that would be a stream and a half. That if you stream that, I don't know where you can get your NAND chips from. This is the bit I do not like about watercolours, because they are so... That's my mouse, what I couldn't find the other day. I've managed to turn YouTube off. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Gutio Autumn MV. Hello, good evening, good welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Just make sure I'm still live, because I have... Yep, still live. Yep, still live, that's it. I sent you another tip. I didn't see second one come through. Oh, did you? Sorry, Pico. I didn't see that one come through. Thank you so much, Pico. I've not seen it. Ouch, I've not seen it come through unless it came through the same time as Andy's. I didn't see that, but thank you again, Pico. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity, kind generosity from Andy, Pitco, sorry, and GP Grass Puddle, and the ones earlier as well, which was Joseph, James, and Rusty Russ. Thank you so much. GT Auto, GT Auto, got you. Right, so if you've got your RAM in now, Eric, and you've got your CPU in, have you put your thermal paste on? If anyone is not aware, I'm just building this gaming PC, and Eric, who's in chat, is also building his first PC. So we're just trying to give him a bit of guidance as well. He's building a very, very nice 9950X3D CPU, DDR5 RAM, AM5 platform on a X870E platform. That is going to be an extremely, extremely nice PC. So important thing with this, when you're tightening these down, I do 4 or 5 turns either side just to spread the load. Just don't tighten it down at one side straight away, guys, because last thing you want to do is, certainly on the AM5, because they're a bit more susceptible to it, is damage the chips. And if you're doing 4, I would work my way around in a clockwise manner, just tighten them down until you get them all down in a systematic way. Again, don't over tighten them. Modern coolers, you can't really over tighten, because they have a stop for the generally for the spring, so you can't over tighten them too much. So we've got the cooler on, water cooler, triple fan water cooler, as we can see here. 2 sticks of DDR4 on this one. Oh dear me. GT Auto, yeah, welcome. Are you a car guru then, GT Auto? Is that what it is? Grand Tourer automatic, or am I just imagining that that's what it means and stands for? What the? Well, that weren't good. They got their RGB on the same cable plugged back into itself, so RGB would not have been working with that, I wouldn't have thought. So we need RGB, and I bet they're not going to have enough RGB headers on here. Have they given me a cap for its RGB? See if that one will fit, just to protect it, and it will. So we get that shoved in this hole here. So on the motherboard, again, I'll show people this. People might know, but if I run through it, everyone can see. Just in case there is anybody out there doing it or watching for the first time. I think sometimes we just take it for granted that we're all got the same sort of knowledge. On the motherboard here, it's really difficult to see, but it does say CPU fan and CPU optional. So what we will do, we'll look for one for the water cooler pump, because there's in here there's an impeller, so it's like a propeller on a boat, but it's an impeller, because I presume impeller means it's because it's submerged. Is that what I'm thinking is right? I don't know, but it's an impeller which is in there. So we have got a CPU fan and an AIO header here, so we're going to use the AIO header there, which is on here. We will measure that up. It's the bottom one of the two, as it's screen printed on the board nicely. Get that plugged in. So when we look in the BIOS, we know the speeds of the fans and things like that. I own a small auto shop in the US. I specialise in import vehicles and electronic repairs. Oh wow! You mean electronic car repairs? Is that what you specialise in? I've seen you in Andy's streams. Oh yeah, I do frequent. First time GT Auto. Yeah, I do frequent quite a few of the other creator streams. So thank you very much. You're very, very welcome anytime. I generally just do laptop PC repairs. What my business is. So the only reason I'm doing this tonight is because I need to create some room. This was sat on my dining room table. I used to hate the initial retail plastic push-in spring clips for their coolers. Oh, they are horrible. Yeah, the Intel coolers. The Intel coolers with the push-in spring clips are horrid. What's up, dog? What's up? Yes. I know. Go on, go lay down. Go on, bed. She's sulking with me because she's been bathed tonight and she didn't want to get bathed. So we have on your RGB, you'll get 3-pin and 4-pin. On the board, you'll get 4-pin and 3-pin. The 4-pin is, I'm right in thinking, 12-volt RGB. The 3-pin is the addressable 5-volt. So the only header on this board for 3-pin is right the way over here. But they do have a hub. So I'm going to use the RGB, hopefully on here in the hub. So I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I am going to just try and tidy some of this cabling up best I can. So half the battle is getting the cables to look half decent and nice. So this is going to be, this is the faff around, isn't it? All right, Pitco's telling me it's called an impeller because the word comes from the Latin impellere, meaning to push, drive, or set in motion, as per Google said. All right. Gas, diesel, electric, paddle. If you can drive it, I can fix it. Oh, wow. Oh, pedal. I'm not the best reader. Pedal power ones. If you can drive it, I can fix it. Very nice, very nice. That seems like a broad spectrum of cars. You must have your favourite. You must have a dream car if you're into that. I got to be honest, I do not have a. I don't think I've got a dream car. I've got a car I'd buy if I won the lottery, but it's not my dream car. It's just a Land Rover Discovery. It's not because, you know, they do anything for me. I just like the car. Very fragile, but the AMD one with the plastic peg wasn't great either. No. Can you remember the ones which? Oh, chill. It's early night for you. It's only 8:15. Is your clock wrong? have a good night. I don't know if you're not feeling too good, but have a good night, chill. Hope you're doing well, and catch you next week. GT Auto drives the Up. You've got an Up, VW Up. I'm a Toyota guy. All right. Evening, Tom. Good evening, Tom. Good evening. So, Eric, if you're still in chat, what stage are you up to? Eric is building his own DDR5 9950X. What stage are you up to now? Please tell me you've not surpassed me and beat me to the oh, let's install Windows stage. I think this is what makes the difference between some home enthusiasts and somebody who does this for a living, because you tend to hide stuff like this when you do it for a living, or I do, and this is what I tend to spend more time on, trying to make it look as neat as you can. You can never make it look 100% neat, because unfortunately computers aren't designed like that. But you can make it certainly look prettier than or as pretty as you possibly can. I need to screw the motherboard into the case. Right, before you screw the motherboard into the case, just make sure all your standoffs are in the right holes. So just what I'll do, I mean, you're quite a few steps in front of me now. You've always got holes around the motherboard where the screws go through. Just make sure your pegs in the case relate to where the holes are, because this is a second motherboard because the customer fitted it in there and he hadn't moved his pegs and he shorted the board. So just make sure your pegs go where it is. Dave. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave. Dave Unbranded, everyone. I see you're talking cars at the moment. I've got 5. You've got 5 cars, Tom. That's not a car. That's a car park. Crikey. That's that. I am a little ship. It's all the way around. VW up, GT Auto. Ooh, very nice. Reminds me of a Royal Navy recruitment video. If you can fix a board, you can fix a bike. If you can fix a bike, you can fix a car. If you can fix a car, you can fix a boat. Yeah. Turn your hand to anything. So I'm just going to release that down there a little bit. We've got that in. We've got the water cooler connected. And I'm probably at a stage where now we've got that on, neat, then I'm going to start looking at putting this in the case. And this is going to be, I'd love to say, the fun part. This is going to be the part which we can't really get on camera. I'm going to have terrible shots of everything, and it's just so cumbersome with it having a water cooler that they're just not easy to do. So we will get the case down. We have, oh gosh, even empty. We have the case here. Now the problem is the customer has also bent quite a few of these. He has got the RGB hub, like I was saying. So we'll plug the 5-volt RGB into here, and then he's got one control for all his lights on his AIO cooler and that. So Eric, just make sure, see these standoffs here, which are coming through the bottom of this board, these gold pegs, they relate obviously to the screws on the other side. So make sure you put your IO shield in if you've got one before you put the board in. Please don't forget to do that. And then just make sure these are in the correct place. I moved these the other day because that was what the customer had put in wrong. So I now know they are in the correct place. Have you put your power supply in your case yet, Eric? Because before you put your board in, I would say put your power supply in. Or if it's a modular power supply, get your cable for the PC power ready, because that needs plugging into the board and feeding through before you screw the board in. That would be the next thing which I would say. Pegging, heard it all now. VW, Tom, are you Yorkshire guy? Are you a Yorkshire guy? That's my old stomping ground. Sheffield, Rotherham area. So we will get the, now the difference between the two connectors for, just in case anybody doesn't know, you get 2 sets of 8-pin connectors coming out of your power supply for the other end. You get a PC one, a CPU one, and you get 8 for the GPU. The GPU is a 6 and a 2 to make 8, and the CPU is 2 4s. So just make sure you remember that if you are wiring your CPU up, or you're wiring your power supply up, because if you plug, I have had people do it, they've forced the 8-pin GPU into the motherboard and it doesn't like it because they're wired differently. Oh yeah, you did say you were up from Gaydon. Yeah. Oh right, no, I'm not the fastest. Yeah, you did say you were up from Gaydon, because we were on about it, weren't we, for my motor story, things. So Eric, if you haven't got your power supply in, fit your power supply into your case. If it's a modular one, you don't really need to fit it at this point, but you do need your CPU cable before, or I'd recommend using your CPU cable ready and feed it through your case like so, so you're nice and ready there. I won't worry about any others just yet. Make sure I am on live chat. I've got my streambot telling me things. Oh, I get it. Like A up. Watch them IO got to bend some metal back for the LAN port. Yeah, this one's got an integrated IO on this one, Mookie. So we should be good. It's okay. I'm used to tumbleweed. So I've stuck that through there because that's the hole it's going to come through. We're going to grab the, I can't see chat whilst I'm doing this because I'm going to have to stand up, and chat is under the shelf. So guys, if you do say anything, I cannot see anything. I'm going to place that in here. It's a big case, this, so it's not too bad. So I have lots of room to work. If this was a smaller case, what I would do is put the board in at a slight angle up here. I would plug the power connector in for the CPU, which sits just down here some ways. Make sure it's clipped home, and then align the board down. This must be a different board to what he had the other day. Oh no, it's the same one. Because he'd broken some of the he'd broken some of the pegs off, hadn't he? Remember now, he had damaged a couple of bits. So we're just going to try and get it lined up. Yeah, it's lined up. We'll just peel the cover off the I/O shield, because people forget to do that all the time, and it's really annoying. It messes with my OCD. And I look at them and go, why didn't you peel it off? And then it rips and doesn't let you peel it off in a nice uniform manner. Always the case. It rips again. There we go. Normally that comes off. Okay. Lined up at the back, lined up there. I'm just going to stick a couple of screws in just to help it locate and sit properly. We should have all the holes now lined up. Customer had all the beautiful screws. They're the ones with the washers on. So I'm going to have to try and take the washers off. Have you noticed how hard washers are to get off once they're on? He's put these fibre washers on it all, which is good, but not needed. So we'll stick the centre one in just to locate and hold. So that's now holding. Brilliant, and we'll get the rest done. I'm still watching. I need to find a screwdriver and lift weights now. Okay. If you're doing exercise as well, you're certainly you're certainly doing a lot more than I am. Certainly doing a lot more than I am. I can normally knock a full build off if it was just parts from boxes in probably, I don't know, including windows, about an hour, depending on system, an hour and 20, including installer windows. Some of them are a little more complicated. Water coolers tend to take a little bit longer, just for the nature of what they are. So yeah, but we'll get this up and running. We'll do some benchmarking on it as well, and see where it goes. If Eric has got his built at the same time, we can always compare benchmark. But I do think a 5070 Ti, very nice card that. I've got one of them as well. That is a screen protector on my watch, Andy. Yeah. I broke this screen protector not long after I put it on. So let me let the dog out, because she's making ever so funny noises. Do you want to go outside? I don't think you do. I don't know what's up with you. Come. You won't stay out there long. It's too cold. Yeah, no, it's freezing.
PCDD, you little shit.
Oh. Oh. Okie dokie. Right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. The joys of owning a pooch. Where did I put my screwdriver? Screwdriver's there. 5070 Ti. That PC will be heavy lump when you're finished installing everything. Yeah, this one, because there's another glass panel to go on top as well. There's another glass panel to sit on here, which I sent them away with, and I think the back's just a steel panel. But with water cooler and everything, they are They are heavy. I can't remember what card it is. Oh. It is a 16 gigabyte 4060 Ti, I think this is. But it's the triple fan one. What he's got as well. I'm just hoping everything is okay. Lead Farmer, hello, Lead Farmer. Talking about you earlier, saying how amazing you were with all that stuff earlier on with me. She wants something tasty. She's had a dinner. She had it early. She had it about 4 o'clock, and I did say to her, I said, if you have it now, you're going to be hungry later. But she won't listen to me. She's sulking because she's been bathed. I know what it is. She's sulking because she's been bathed, and because I've washed the carpet in the living room, we've got a puff footstool, whatever you want to call it. People call them different things, don't they? We've got a footstool. What she is allowed, because she's not allowed on the sofa because she's a dog, and dogs aren't allowed. But I do let her on the kind of footstool puff, whatever you want to call it, because there's a blanket on there, and I can wash the blanket regularly. I'm a proper house husband. I'm well trained, you know. I live on my own. I'm single, me, dog, and daughter. So there's no Mrs. PCDD. So it is just me. But because I've washed the carpet, I've moved the poof, so she's got nowhere to lay. So that'll be doing her head in, because what she wants to do, she wants to go lay down and in warmth. But her bed's in the extension right next to the radiator. And it's a really soft bed, but she's decided she's not going to lay in there. Right, there is one screw short, so I'm going to have a look, see if I've got a matching screw, because it'd be nice to get a matching one on here. Who let the dogs out? She does actually sing that. If I do Who Let the Dogs Out, she barks. When I go hoo, 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 she joins in with me. With Who Let the Baha Man. I let the cats out. I always let the cat out though. Our dogs run the house. They get more of the bed than I do. Sorry, joking. She goes upstairs. She's certainly not allowed. Is there a Mr. PCDD? Are you offering, Dave? Bit forward of you. Oh, she's sat behind me making noises now. Mookie Lee Farm, I don't know what came into my mind now, but I've said that. Is there a mispiece? After the mushy piece. Oh, yeah, Mookie, I was going to say, let the gas out. Please, that's that. Not for the first time. I seen it in chat with hosting Who Let the Dogs Out. Probably 4th time in 25 years. Okay, guys, I'm going to pop off and have some food. Catch you in a bit. See you later, Pitco, and thank you once again for the very, very kind donations. Thank you so much for that, Pitco. Have a good scran and enjoy your evening. See you later. Is a 3080 for $325 a good deal? What's that back? £270. That doesn't seem too bad a price. I'm a bit out of touch. I mean, 38 is quite an old card now. Might be a little bit dear, I would have thought, actually. But a lot of it's down to local market, Logan. It might be a little bit on the heavy side. I think if I was spending yeah, I mean 3080 is a bit of a brute of a card, but it is old technology now. But it is a good card. It depends what you're coming from as well. It really does. Really does depend. If you're coming from no GPU to that, you're going to find a massive difference. But if you're coming from a 3070 to that, you are going to see a difference. But it's probably not $300 worth of difference, I would say. I would say hold on to your money, stick with what you've got, and move on. So I would say have a consider the upgrade improvement for your money rather than is it a good card for that money. If you see what I mean, that's what I tend to say to customers. Is that is it worth your ouch? Is it worth the performance gain for spending the money? Can't believe, oh, there it is. I'm trying to find a matching screw, but you know what they're like when you've got a box of screws. I've got this off Uncle Sorin, this box of screws, and he's mixed them all up. Yeah, I mean, you've not got frame generation and stuff like that, and so on, but it's a bit of a brutal card. They do suck a lot of power. What you're gonna have a good power supply as well, because they do drink a bit of power, the 3080s. I had a 3090 Ti as well, and that drunk quite a bit. New V's 4 years old, yeah, warranty. You have good point, lead farmer. Let's program a 3080 would be okay, Mookie. 4070 would be a better option. Do you know what, I like the 4070. I thought the 4070 was the best bang buck for the card, what they've done in a lot of years. But I'm not a particularly big gamer. I just thought it was a good value card for what it was at the time. I mean, obviously 5070 has succeeded it. I wouldn't pay what they're asking for a 4 or 5 series. Now, I think that I do personally feel that the new ones are very expensive. I reserved a 5090 with one of my suppliers, and I didn't end up getting it because I just thought it's just far too expensive for what it is. So I just said to them, yeah, it's not. I don't want it, basically. I wish I had bought it now because there was a demand for it. Because they did ring me and went, we've got your card in, do you want it? And I went, no. But I wish I'd, and they actually said to me, well, just get it and sell it. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really be bothered with that. Not my type of thing, that. But then again, the 5090 I've got in my gaming system upstairs came from a different source, I don't really use my gaming system, which has got that in. Just trying to get this cable down here, just make it look a bit neater for when I put it together. There we go. Never going to be perfect, but we will see where we can tuck them away to make it look as pretty as we can. Logan, what card have you got at the moment? Let us know what card you've got in at the moment, because that's probably a better indication on there. I'm a Steam 35 games, played 6. I've got Steam on my machine, but I have never bought a game through Steam. I don't even think I've got it on my machine actually upstairs. I buy it down. Oh no, I did, because I bought F1 on through Steam. I think it was. Or did I buy that through EA? I think I bought it through EA because I got a discount. So yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is fit the water cooler. Now, I'm probably going to divide opinions on this. You're going to ask early. I will tell you the story. I'm just going to pose this question, Tom, to chat, and I will see what the people's opinion are, because I think we might have a slight different opinion. I think my opinion is right, but I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. I've just knocked my camera all over the place. So the water cooler, we fit that way, like so. Let's pretend it didn't have a glass front, or do we fit that way? Bear in mind, this is the bottom of the case. What would people's view be? Across the top or across the front, if we didn't have a glass front and we had a ventilated front? I will tell you, yeah, top due to air bubbles. AOs aren't durable. Yeah, that's why I don't like fitting them. I never recommend an AO to anybody. They are terrible. Top mount, right? Okay. Top due to air bubbles. If not possible, front. Front has card to PCI touch. Right. I've got a view on this that they all leak air. Okay, so you will get air bubbles in. You want to keep air away from the impeller. So easiest way to keep air from an impeller is get it trapped up at the non-piped end of the cooler. So if you fit it along the front, if it is one way you can fit along the front, this one we can't because it's glass front, with the cables at the bottom, as long as you've got sufficient room to get the graphics card and everything in, the air would travel up here and get locked at the top of the air cooler and never ever see the light of day again. So you just end up with an air trap up here. And they do have an air trap pocket on the radiator as well, which is this end piece here, where it circulates round. So there is air traps in there as well to catch it. So you do catch it when it is across here as well, but if it was a front mounted one, it would naturally sit up here, so you never get it there. But top does look more aesthetically pleasing for a lot of people. Mine's at front. Mine's front on that. So this is where the not nightmare starts. This is where the pain in the bum starts, trying to get all the RGB and cabling through the little holes without breaking anything. This is just the fiddly part now. Get a couple through here. I can make this side look pretty and nice. They'd left all their cabling on this side of case as well, so they'd not actually tidied any of the cabling up at all. They'd left it all kind of exposed at the top, so it did look untidy. So it'll certainly look tidier when I've done it than it did when they'd done it as well. But you would expect that, because I'd like to think that I know what I'm doing. I nearly said because they were having a pro build it, but we won't quite go that far, will we? See if I can get this shoved in this hole. These rubbers, I struggle getting these rubbers in the hole, because it's such soft silicone to try and get in there. It's softer than my hands, I tell you. I got criticised the other day on one of my streams because I mentioned that I put moisturiser on after I shave. I don't shave that often. I put moisturiser on. And I can't remember what it was, which said something about me putting moisturiser on. And I just thought, really? In today's society? I mean, clearly, with a face like this, you need more help that you can ever possibly get. Come on. Last time you saw a face like this, it was stapled to a lamppost saying wanted for. But I just thought, crikey. You know, when you get to 60, it's all downhill. It's all downhill. You get bags under your eyes, you get no air. All downhill. You get air. You lose it on your head, it just grows out your ears instead and your nose. I'm convinced it just kind of falls with gravity, does your hair. So it stops coming out at the top of your head and comes out at the side of your head and out your nose. Why? Why? It's just crazy. Just crazy. Don't know. Don't know. Are we really discussing this on camera? Yeah. It's not a Monday night, it's 7:15. Let's go to Man Club. Just picking all nice shiny screws out and going to put these in his watercolour so I can secure his watercolour on the front. Now I've got some of those down there, and there should be enough room for me to get the cables back up for the whatchamacallit, hub, which is on the back. Here we go. We've got some responses to this. You learnt to be a plumber. Oh, wow. I always fancied being a plumber when I was at school. PCCD, were you an extra in one of those medieval movies? I read Game of Thrones. I've actually been on... That's another story. That's another story. I was in the last Star Wars movie, but we won't get into that. I do moisturise pre and post. Get ready. Oh, terrible for it, Mookie. Absolutely horrendous for it, me. Yeah, I shave probably twice a week, if that. If I can get away with not shaving, I would do that as well. No way. I think I've seen you. Yeah, I have been in a couple of motion pictures as well. So, but I can't divulge that because, yeah, I can't divulge that for different reasons. I've dropped a screw on the floor. I've done quite a few different things in my life, so we've all got interesting stories. I was saying to Tom earlier that I used to work at Motor Trade. I've got some brilliant stories from Motor Trade, as well. But I don't know. You just, the more you do, the more you experience, the more adventures you have. And I think life's about that, isn't it? About having adventures, not sitting down and thinking, this is what it is and everything else. It's about getting out and doing it. So I'm fortunate that I've experienced so much in my life. I'm a big F1 fan. And I think I mentioned this on stream already as well. I've been very fortunate. I've had pit lane access to quite a few of the racers. I've met most of the teams and a lot of the drivers. And things like that. drinks with them and whatnot. So that to me was probably one of the highlights, because you meet them, and that is, you do get a little. Or I didn't so much get starstruck, because I don't really get starstruck. I just thought, wow, you know, and you quickly realise that some of these people are just the same as you. Apart from Lando, who's a bit of a mardy head, really. Lando, he used to be all right when I first met him, but last couple of times I met Lando, he was a bit mardy, and I'm a big Lando fan. Lando Norris, if anybody knows what it is, but I'm not a Max fan, unfortunately. Not a Max fan, but that was because of Christine Horner. But we won't get into that. We won't get into Christine Horner. It's adult themed. Yeah, it is actually. It's the adult version of Shrek. How a donkey. Smooth as a baby's bum afterwards. I do like that feeling, Mookie. Do like that. I'd love to know what you've deleted on there, Lead Farmer. I didn't see that. You need to remind your customers that if your system starts crashing suddenly, they need to look at the temperature of the CPU in the BIOS, because the IO, because they have an IO. Yeah. That's a really good point. I test things. Don't rely on your temperature. I mean, we did one the other day. And temperature on AIO had a screen on it. It was reading 24 degrees C. And every other sensor on full load was reading 70 to 80 degrees C. I think it was. I can't remember. Just don't rely on. I mean, this has got a fancy panel here, which has got temperatures on and whatnot. I don't even know how that wires up. I've not even looked at that yet. Tries for me too. Got really fuzzy today, so pulled out the Gillettes. Yeah. I spent a lot of money on an electric shaver. I bought the Braun 9000, which I'm saying a lot of money, 200 and something pound it is, which is a lot of money on a shaver, I thought. And I will say it shaves brilliantly. And I would recommend that to anybody. Is that Game of Thrones? It could be Game of Thrones. That were raunchy enough on its own with Game of Thrones. I remember watching that for the first time, and I thought, oh, I'll give this a shot. And then I thought, oh, I can't watch this with certain people. Yeah, wow. I did enjoy Game of Thrones. I watched Series 1 3 times because somebody said watch it. So I watched it, and I'm like, it's a bit pants, this. So I watched it again, and I'm like, no, because they're going, you need to watch Game of Thrones. You need to watch Game of Thrones. I watched it again, and then I kind of got into it on third attempt. I mean, they were spaced out. They weren't like 3 times in a week. It was spaced out with many, many months. But I think I only got into Game of Thrones at the start of the last season, and not before. So it weren't like I got into it at any other time. I'm just going to equally space that so it's not touching, so vibrations aren't going to irritate. I have dropped a screw on the floor, so I'm just going to have to get my hands and knees. I found it straight away. Look at that. Can't see for toffee. Without my glasses, took my glasses off and dog laid on it. Probably thinks it's an egg. Oh, dear me. Where are we? Life is about learning. Hey, I test. You are spot on. Life's about learning. I think if you go to bed learning something that day, you've done something right that day. Never do the same thing twice in a day, because you're just standing still. I always challenge yourself, do something different. That's why I like streaming, because it's always a bit different conversation. The amount of knowledge I gain from this is just immense. Did you watch the Brad Pitt F1 film? Being told, I went to the cinema to watch it. I took the daughter to the cinema because the daughter will watch F1 as well. So I took my daughter to watch it at the cinema. Already kind of knowing what it was going to be about, because I'd read some reviews, and a streamer who I follow, Alex Gillen, who's on Twitch and YouTube, if anybody knows him. I spoke to Alex about it, and he'd been to see it, and he had said what it was. He would criticise for a lot of things. I don't think it's anywhere near a fair reflection of the sport itself. It's Hollywood style. It's about as close to reality as Independence Day was close to reality for an alien invasion. It's just not going to happen. I mean, Brad Pitt, I think, spins at Silverstone, bottom of Beckett's or something like that, and he spins a full 360, destroys his tyres, goes into pit. The ain't got tired ready, so he waits in pit 40 seconds and then manages to catch all that time for 3 minutes or whatever it is lost in space of 2 laps. It's just farcical. Farcical. What did the thermal camera read, temp read as on the CPU? I don't remember putting my thermal camera on it, so I cannot say on that one, Mookie, sorry. I called it Game of Groans because no kids would watch with so much free-chested girls. I know. Can't use electric, choose my neck. Do you know what, Mookie? I had exactly the same problem. I tried the Braun, which was the other one, which is a curved foil, and I went on to, and I sent that back because I didn't like it. And I tried I bought a cheap Philips from Asda, 25 quid I think it was, their entry level. Tried it, I thought this is brilliant, so that's what I made upgrade. But I were exactly the same, always wet shave until last year when I bought it, and it nearly gets as good as a wet shave. But the thing is, you can't let it grow. 2 days worth of growth, and I've got to shave. We are living Game of Trump. Reality TV sucks. Yeah, you guys over there are up against it. I mean, we've just got an Asda supermarket manager running commentary at the moment. I mean, I'm not political at all, but does Keir Starmer look like a prime minister? It does look like a manager from an Asda's, isn't it? They're going, yeah, let's do yellow stickers a bit early today. Yeah, I thought Senna was a good movie. I thought it's watchable, Dave. I agree. The F1 film is watchable. It's got action in it. And if you're not into the sport, it's a good way to indulge and think it's like that. It's just not realistic. But it'd probably be a bit boring if it were realistic because it's so finite into it as a sport. The Alpine mountain behind Senna in Centeronte in the movie made me laugh very hard. I don't remember that clip. I saw it when it first came out. I see F1 movies as basically a promo video to the marketing and sport of the Americans. Yeah, I mean F1 at the moment, because it's owned by oh God, who's it owned by? I can't remember. Can't remember who it's run by. Liberty, not Liberty, is it Liberty? Liberty Media, who own it? I can't remember now. They're trying to get into American market, aren't they? That's why they're pushing the American circuits. But I know why, because the money over there has been untapped. It's been unbelievable. I love the sport, but I just had no interest in it. Snetterton, that's it. Track in Norfolk, yes. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Liberty Media, yeah, Liberty Media. And Trav. Yeah, Liberty Media. That's the ones. They're going to do a lot for it. They are already doing a lot for the sport. They have brought it on leaps and bounds. Can't say I agree with some of the stuff they're doing, but it needed moving forward. Bernie, whether you love him or hate him, and I know I would never a particular big fan, but he brought the sport on so much. Did Bernie Ecclestone? In some ways, and in other ways, took it back a while as well. So, right, guys, I'm going to try and give us a view here. I am now blocked from chat, so I will apologise now if you are talking and I cannot see. Move up. I'll try and give us a view of down here, but it's just the physicalities of the space I've got on the desk. I will spin it around when I do the back panel so we can see that. I just want to sort some of the wiring so I can shove it through the front. So I'm going to shove through the cables down here. These are the front panel for the switching. I've not even looked what there is, but there's probably switch, reset, power, LED, power switch, and maybe that. We've got a... no idea what that one is. That must be some type of temp sensor. USB-C HD audio, which will go at the back. So see if I can get that one through under here, which will be somewhere. touch and feel. That's the HD audio, USB-C and USB 3. These are a bit front panel ones. Let me see where these are on the board. But it's not got USB-C plug on this board, and it's not, so we will just be using that one there. So we'll take that one, take that one up there. I don't think we're going to be able to plug it in there, so we're going to take that one. Can't really go there because of fans, so we're going to have to. Don't like where that plugs in, but I ain't got any option. That's going to have to go in here. I'll show you why I don't like it when I plug it in. Yeah. Oh, get on, get that back on that. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, right. Dead or alive? What was his name now? I can't remember his name. Pete Burns. Pete Burns. Clarkson and Co did best car TV show. Yeah, Top Gear. I mean, that program would have been nothing without that regenerated thing. I didn't mind. I didn't mind it when they got rid of all them other 96 presenters after they left, and they had Flintoff and Paddy McGuinness and Chris Harris. Didn't mind it there. Seeing Nigel Mansell waxwork was hilarious. He's tiny. He's tiny. That was one of the best things I think I've paid to go to with Madame Tussauds in London, because you get to touch everyone as well, which sounds a bit perverse when I was stood next to Britney Spears. I have got a picture of me, fondling her. Just wanted to update on the reboot cycle I had with my Asus. Oh yes, I remember that one. I launched USB to Mint and it was fine. 18. Oh, that's good. That's good. So it looks like it's all sort of swap the Fedora kernel for, right, this is now beyond me because she's swapping kernels for CachyOS, and now it's way snappier and doesn't reboot cycle. Thanks for the advice. Woohoo! Let's hope it carries on working well. I'm just glad it's all sorted. It wouldn't have been me with that advice. It would be somebody else in chat, and I cannot remember who it was, but we have some amazing, amazing people in here. So thank you, whoever that was, helping the other viewer and creator out. If nobody else can help, these can. The A-Team. Yeah. Tough gaming laptop. Yay. That's Dave's new audio clip. A-Team Murdoch on the Heli Blade. You spin me right round. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Power switch, reset. That'll be power on off. I would imagine that's temperature. We've got a temperature sensor. Which is them two there. A temperature sensors, guys. Polarized. Are they negative and positive? I can't remember the last time I fitted one. I don't think they are. They're two black wires, so I don't think they will be. I posted on JFix Discord. I'm going to put that down there because that's a temp sensor for that. There we go. We'll get these others stuck down here. We need hard drive, which sits at the back. I've got too big of fingers to do these effectively. They should make these. I cannot get my head around why they do not put these on one block of cables. That would, some manufacturers do for non-custom built systems, but they just put them on here. I just don't know why, or why you can't just buy something to stick them all together. It's so much better. Is that my grumpiness coming through yet again? On there, we have reset at the back, and we've got power at the front. Power. Exclamation Carthor is a Clarkson. If you put exclamation Carthor, you will get Jeremy Clarkson shouting, power! We'll get the, which is Carthor's thing, because Carthor is synonymous with power, 60 volts. Oh, I hot melt glue the front panel pins after I insert them. Yeah, some manufacturers just group them together, some just don't. About to lift, getting me pumped up. Time to be Lex Luger. Well, we'll keep us fingers crossed. Keep us in the loop, Eric. Asus have a Q Connect. Is that where they're all together? It is a good idea, Tom. It is a good idea. We need to do that. So what I was going to say was on here, this USB-C 3, which is this one sat here, it's a right angle connector. That's the big issue. It's not an upright connector. So I can't bring it out of here because there is two fans going to sit on here and it won't come out. Can't bring it out here because it won't literally fit through the slot. So the only option is I can bring it out of this rubber or I can bring it out of this rubber. I might as well bring it out of this rubber because it's closer. But I'm going to have to kink the cable and shove it in. And I don't like kinking cables because the kink will force it upwards a little bit. And over time, it could just weaken it. Heavy mob. Oh, that's so what's bodybuild called? Antonelli or something like that. Go dressed as a janitor and lift weights. Antonelli, yeah, that's it. Yeah, on TikTok. I've started posting some things on TikTok, and it's crazy. You get the amount of views you get in such a short period of time on that Toctic thingy bob. Right, we are making headway here. We'll spin it over again and pull the cables through again. Oh, that glass panel. I do not like glass panels, as I mentioned. I do not like glass panels. Pull these cables through to tidy them up inside the best we can. We'll stick a small cable tie on the back side here. What time is it? Oh, I've got another hour before my curfew. So I'm going to put a cable tie or zip tie, whatever you want to call them, on the back just to hold them together, just so they're not spraying all over the place for when I do the cable management in a little while. It'll just keep them all together nicely. We have on here, we have a spare. I ain't got a clue where that goes because there's no instructions with anything. That's going to be USB, so we need to stick this in a USB thing. I am winging it to some degree here, gents, because they built it and kept and not give me any instructions, and this has got the whatchamacallit with it. I don't know where all the bits and bobs go because sometimes, it's just a bit different. I can see that's USB because I recognise the connector, but that must power the screen. So they must have to install software for it. It must be something to do with temp sensors and whatnot, I would imagine. But I've got a USB-C is definitely not going to work. Let's put the graphics card in next. Put GPU in, and then we can investigate where that goes. Because that's a male plug. I've never seen a plug like it before. I will show you it on camera, but I think you'll agree with me. Unless he's got something else in his pile of bits, what he sent me. But yeah. So we'll get the GPU slotted in, and we can then give it a post and see if we are rocking and rolling once that's in. He's not took that one off. Take your stickers off, because if you don't take them off, they fall off and they look a mess and they get trapped in things. Oh, James is in. Hello, James. That mop videos are great. He really humbles some of those jacked up bodybuilders. Oh, they're just, you can just see egos of them. Don't lift that. You're not going to be able to do that. Rather than do it. Click thumbs. Oh, James. Thank you, James. Thank you. We had I think you missed on the donations earlier. We got Andy. Andy did 3 separate donations or 4 separate donations. Pitco did a couple of donations as well, 2 donations, and Grass Puddles did 1. Thank you so much for that, James. And I know I say you don't have to, guys. Don't have to. All the money what is donated is going to go straight back into the stream for products or for equipment. So we'll do like a community thing where we decide what we're going to buy, try, fix, repair, and we'll do it like that sort of thing. But yeah, it's program. I've ordered that programmer today, James, the T48 programmer for that. So for the BIOS programmer and the additional clips, that'll be at end of January. So I will keep people updated with that. But thank you. Thank you so much for the very kind donation, James. Thank you. I need a thank you gift, don't I? But thank you. Yes, thank you. I've said thank you. I've said thank you. Thank you, guys, and everybody. The support is it's the gesture of support, not the money of the support, that really touches most. So yeah, really grateful for that. Just really grateful for you guys turning up and letting me bleat on for a few hours in your ear without you logging off and just hitting that like button now and again. It's really enjoyable for that more than anything else. All right, I'm going to put this guard on because I always forget how many people. I mean, these are a bit like IO shields. I sometimes forget to put them on. Right, that's a cover afterwards, so I need to screw down first. I don't know what screws these go in here because he had already taken his GPU out. So I'm just surmising they are case screws, which he had his GPU held in by, because that's what you would normally put in here. You know, the standard black case screws. So if we get that tidied up over there, squatted down, and then that would. Is this one where it goes? No, it goes on one side, clips in, and goes down. If PCDD gets Lenovo PW, JFix will soon have SVOD4. Yes. LED Xmas tree fund for 26. Yeah. We have been discussing. We have been throwing some ideas about on some other type of maybe charitable stream or something like that. So all I would say with that, watch this space, because we might not do a charity stream, but we're going to do a multiple creator thing. So it is on the back burner at the moment. Yeah, power supply screws. That's what I'm assuming that goes in there. So that's what I've stuck a few of those in. Yeah, there's no flatter case screws. He's got fan screws. No idea where that silver one's come from. Fan screws, couple of case screws, and some standoffs and whatnot. But I think he had maybe some other bits in the box which I've took out as well. I don't an SVOD. I will try and buy one and get some money saved. Okay, get an inversion swing vampire. Inversion swing. Those are pretty much yeah. $245. Yeah, I think you said that earlier, didn't you? On when we were messaging Farmer. They are a big chunk of money. Okay, let's flick back to that. I need to adjust the camera back down because I moved it to show my face. We'll try and zoom out a little bit with that. We've got some blanking plates there, but I'm not going to put them in yet anyway. And I want to see if it'll post, so let's get some power from the GPU. So if you remember what I was saying earlier, guys, your GPU is a 6 and a 2 for anybody who is watching this and thinking, that's how I build a PC. Please don't watch me. No, only joking. It's 6 and a 2 for a GPU, not a 4 and a 4, which is a CPU board. So don't mix them up if you can avoid it. So we've stuck the power supply and the GPU one through there. Oh, we're rocking and rolling all night long. I was going to tell. Is Tom still in? Tom, are you still in? You still in chat, Tom? Might not be. But schematic. All right. Let me see if I can get this in. Tom was asking me earlier about my time in the motor trade, and I did say to him, I said, remind me and I'll tell you one of the stories about a couple of instances when I was in the when I used to work in the motor trade in the for Jaguar Land Rover. I've got quite a funny story, but I will save it for when Tom's in, because it was Tom who was asking for it. I've seen those PC Byte probes. They look nice, them, James. Right, we need some fans linking up. I'm going to just post this now and see where we go. Power supply. Let's power. We should have a more or less functioning PC. If we've done it right, we'll either get magic smoke or it'll work. Let's hope it's the latter. We've not posted with customer's card yet. So we have power. If we get a picture, it should appear in bottom right hand corner. Down here. So let's find the on button, which is that one there. We have power light. Power light's always nice. We've got a DRAM CPU. This looks like it's going to post. I'm that confident that we will stick it on that screen there. We should get the boot logo any minute now. So we will just sit on there. There we go. We are posting. That's basically just saying, please do something with me. So I'm not going to leave it on too long because we don't have any fans on there, but we are posting, which means I have done something right. But I've probably got an unfair advantage because I have done one before. Just a couple. It's a used power supply, this, methinks, not a new one, because the cabling is extraordinarily dirty. I think that's about the neatest we're going to get that to look. And we're not going to get that much prettier down there. He's got no other cards. So...
PCDD, you little shit.
Lead farmer. Oh, sorry. Magic smoke is not so bad. Nothing is more fun. Yeah. It's only trouble if customer's watching and he's in stream and we get magic smoke. That's not always the best idea. Celebrating is posted. Celebrating is posted. I ship. So let's flip this over. We're going to do the cable management now, which is going to be a lengthy process because he's got quite a bit of RGB in here. I do need to fit the other two fans, but I'll do the... let's put the fans in now. There's 3 fans in. Oh, we have got other cables. I have just pulled onto the floor. We've got 1 back fan and 2 bottom fans. So let's get these on. These are all RGB as well. Come on. It's just fiddly more than anything down here. No, not difficult, just fiddly. It's only going to be these, this one here. So if you don't know how to identify which way the fan air is blowing, you get 2 sides to a fan. More often than not, this is it. You can get them reversible, but air always blows through the metal, the plastic fins. So you get a intake side which is all empty, and you get a exit side which has generally got the sticker on and things like that. So that's how I remember it. I know it's not on every single fan, but that is on the vast majority, and you can get some which you can swap in software or other ways, and some do it in different ways as well. Certainly RGB ones you can, if you want to do the orientation, you can put them in any way and then configure them to blow air in any way, shape or form. I'm going to have to edit Dave's video back in a bit. Okay, James, we will see you shortly. Thank you very much for dropping in, and thank you so much for your kind, very over generous, kind donation, James. Thank you so much for that. I don't think I'll ever get used to the donations, guys. It is really, really, really appreciated. But I am keen to kind of come up with an idea and a plan on what we can buy and what we can do and what we can share as a collective for the channel, for the community, and whether that's that. Because I'm quite an open sharing guy as well. Like I was trying to find that CPU for Sam early. They have arrows on one. Yeah, they don't always have arrows. Some of them don't, Sam. Some of them don't have the arrows, so you can't always rely on arrows. Some have a direction, fan direction, and an arrow for air, but not all of them have that on. Wow, that's heavier than it looks. So let's start making this look a bit prettier. So these are my cable ones which come in at the top. Let me sort my cable ties out. What do we call what does everybody call these? I call them cable ties, but I know people call them zip ties. I think it just depends on where you are in the world, don't it? To what they call but I like I said, I call them cable ties. I have a new pair of, or decent pair of snips, should I say, rather than a new pair. So we'll just tidy some of these up to some degree. Give them a quick tug and a quick fasten there. Snip off. So we have got a USB, a fan hub and RGB controller here. So we will look at see if we can get everything moved over to that and see if we can get them neatly done. This is just the messy bit, trying to get everything in situ. Certainly when you've got quite a few fans and RGB and everything else. We'll get these tied up from this hole as well. Cable ties. I think you mean tweezers. No, I was meaning cable ties. Cable ties. These new systems are so heavy. Yeah, I agree. Cable ties. Yeah, yeah, they are. The better quality cases are heavy as well, because even if you're just talking, the steel is just a bit thicker, and they just put a lot more in it. It just makes them so much heavier. To do that, it's quite crazy how heavy they get. As I say, that one I've got sat in there is easily 30 kilos, 20 top 20s, 30 kilos maybe. I'm struggling to lift it because it's not exactly the easiest shape to lift either, as we know. You sent me Dave's clip. Is that on Discord, James, or on? Oh no, Dave Unbranded. Here we go. Baby, rock spin me right round, baby, rock. We will. I'll get that for you, Dave. I will get your Dave's Unbranded. I presume that's for a. I hope that Dave is okay with that clip, or one he prefers. Is that for the soundboard? Is that for your soundboard? I will get that added when I've got time. I've got it on my WhatsApp, James WhatsApp me. So yeah. If anybody, any of the regular viewers want a sound bite on there, so they can put exclamation, their name or exclamation, whatever. If you want anything, please let me know. I don't mind doing it. We've got quite a lot. If you want to know what the commands are, if you put exclamation CMD for command exclamation CMD, it will bring a full list of the sound commands up. And yeah, we've got several. The only thing I would ask you not to do is play them all in one go. Looking at a 3.5-inch hard drive, they had some way. Oh, the old hard drives. Yeah. I was saying to somebody the other day with the amount of CDs I've done. I did a computer as well, and that had 9 hard drives in it, mechanical hard drives. 9. Just the weight alone of those, and I think they were 320 gigabyte drives as well. They weren't even whatchamacallit. So the sound clips, guys, all you need to do is put exclamation in front of any of those words. Oh no is a command, but it's a 2-word command, and so confuses a 2-word command as well. So you can choose one of those, put exclamation in front of it, and it will play. And as you can see, we've got some using there. We've got Falcon, Cartho, Pitco, Juiced, and Lead Farmer, RRR, and I think that's it. They're all used. We need one for James, don't we? Keats hiding away down there. We need to get James his own little sound effect. I might need to work on that one.
Yeah, got a little tiny one.
He has got a little tiny one, but that's me doing the tiny one, Farmer. That's me. That's me, not James. I do like that. The one what Andy's got for James is very good. I do like that one what Andy's got for James. But yeah, that's that one in there. This cable's not going to lay flat. Really annoying, but we'll leave it a bit kinked. So that, let's see if I can move this down and zoom in on it. Zoom in, zip, 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 zip. So this, if you can see this, no idea what that's for. No idea at all. That goes to the screen what's inbuilt at the side. That doesn't come out, because I thought that were a connector, but that doesn't come out of there. And there's 2. There should be 3 prongs. There's 2 in there. You've got a spare prong, but I don't know what that's for. I honestly don't know what's that. It's iDoor. Still need my rod, hull, and emu. If you dig it up, I will do it for you. Somebody's just let a firework off outside. Sounds like or a gunshot. Dog will be in a minute. She hates fireworks. LED power for the screen. No. Because it's where would it plug? Unless there's other cables. What is sent? That's his for his RGB header, because I'm going to put them in next. I need to put them in. Right, we've got, no, that's his, there is fan controller. He's got another fan controller. I have no other cables apart from, so I have no idea, James, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, if I'd known he got that, that would have made life a lot easier. Because I'm relying on that he's built the right stuff in the right holes as well. So I need to put that in as well before I forget. So yeah, it's not the power connector. I mean, it could be, but I think it powers off USB, which is what I've already connected. So it could be one of those where power off USB. If you've not got USB, use this and that. But there's nothing that I can see that can plug into because of the type of connector it is. I'll put the wrong one in there. Maybe part of the fan control. I've just looked at that as well. Because it connects to the LCD screen. It's just a bit strange what it would go into. I mean, it's only either power or a switch, isn't it? We're only having 2 pins. It's not going to be data or anything like that. Or maybe a sensor, but I've connected the temperature sensor up already, So it's not a temperature sensor. So we will see how it goes. But no, with it connecting down here, might need to look his case up, because obviously it's with the case. Yeah, so really don't know on that one. But I'm sure we will figure it out. Right, we take that off there because we don't need that on there. We've got Molex to SATA connector for whatever reason, even though he's got 900 SATA plugs on there, and you don't need all those. So we need to put those two fans in the front, bring the cables through, and then we can start the RGB wiring. Now we've tidied that up a little bit. I have a spare grommet there, and I don't know where that grommet's from. I had to fix a guy's £4,000 gaming PC, and had no clue what half the cables were floating about. No manuals with any of it, and someone else built it. Yeah, I've been there. What's the name of the case? I will PDF. I will tell you in a second if I can find the name of the case, because I've not got all the... let me grab the side panel, see if there's anything wrote on the side panel. I've had to put it through into living room because I ain't got room for stuff. No. No. Note on side panel. Don't know what make case it is. Oh, wait there. It has got something on here. It looks like GAMDIAS. GAMDIAS. G for golf. Golf Alpha Mike. Delta India Alpha Sierra. Golf Alpha Mike. Delta India Alpha Sierra. Looks to be the... don't know if that's the model or the make. But again, these are the joys of that. I had to rewire and replumb a custom loop system water cooler a couple of years ago for somebody. Yeah, that's the only identification mark on the entire case, James, is that GAMDIAS. There's no other ID marks on this case at all. At all. Oh, that one goes in there. I found out where that goes. Must have just fallen out, that one. Come on, get in. Get in. There, got it in. Have to go online to find PDF, yeah. Who? Yeah, I've not heard of it. I will try and show you. That's the... I know it's upside down, but that's it. Looks like a GAMDIAS. That is the only logo on the entire case. There's nothing at all anywhere else on the case. No manufacturer marks or anything. So I'm going to stand that back up. Oh, gosh. Put that back on there. Let's get these fans in the other two fans. 1, 2 with RGB. It's a vented case, so at least if I do a vented case, I can pull it through there. Should we stick them? I'm going to put them through the bottom because I think I'll hide it a bit better coming through the bottom. That's it. Dope. Why are these not magnetic? Put that in there, one more in that side just to hold it. I remember a few years ago running out of fan screws, so I bought a load of fan screws, and I don't think I've ever opened the bag. I got to a point and then going, well, I don't need them fan screws, don't need them fan screws. So if anybody ever needs any fan screws, I must have thousands of them. we'll leave that slightly loose so we can adjust afterwards, because I have got quite a few more cables down here to do. Atlas P2 GC maybe, could be. Looks like there is a software to download as well for this case to control stuff for Windows. Yeah, I did say to him, that he can put his own software on for his case. I did say I wouldn't be putting software on, because I have found from experience that they are generally problematic. So yes. To answer you, Kawazak, it's either a GAMDIAS or a QAMDIAS. Cannot read the writing. The manufacturer thought, what we'll do, we'll put some on so it's illegible, so everyone can see our funky design of writing but not being able to read it. Which is always good of them, isn't it? Get another screw for in here. Oh, the fans are the same make. Fans are the same make anyway. They are. Yeah, still can't read it on the fans. Even though they're the same make, cannot read it. Oh, we have a WhatsApp message. 1 second, guys, because James has WhatsApped me. It looks like that one, James. Yes, you are absolutely spotting. Oh, where there? Oh, that must be with the case, and so that's right. So, oh, it's an LED switch. Right, but do you know what? That don't look like any LED switch that I've seen before. No, that can't be right. Cannot be right. No, not you. This can't be right. And I'll show you why. Because James has kindly found the. Just let me put 2 screws in this fan, and then I can spin it over without the fan falling down. One. Put another screw in here just to hold it in place. So I'll sit it down. Whoa, that way. Go to that screen there. If we look at this picture, what James has kindly sent and found for me. So we have on here we've got an LED switch here. Can you see that LED pin? Which looks like it's the right thing. I've got all the rest of the cables. The only thing which is the LED switch there. And it looks like it plugs into the LED switch there. Because there's no other switches on there for it. So that cable there has to go to there. Yeah. So 2 pins out, that'll be a female cable. The problem is, this isn't a female cable, it's a male cable. Yeah, it's I've got that. Yes, thank you, James. I've got that. But yeah, the one there, we have got the RGB one, as we can see. We've got the fan connectors for PWM controller, and we've got USB-C, which we're obviously not using, and we've connected the USB 3 one up already, and we've got a standard USB 2, which is for the controlling software. But the only other one, as I say, is that, which is, there's no writing on it at all. It doesn't push either way. Yeah, I've got no other adapters. The only other cables that I've got, what is sent is, I've got the one for PWM controller anyway, to control the actual fans. That one. find it right camera angle. So I've got the controller and USB to plug into there, and we've got another fan controller there, which I'm not too sure why we've got that one, because I think there's probably enough on there. And we've got a power SATA power, but I don't think we'll need that unless that needs its own power. So I'll have a look at that. So yeah, it's a bit strange that why it's got that. Yeah, it looks like an adapter, female to male. Yeah, but he's not sent the adapter, so if I can't plug it in, I can't plug it in because he's not sent the adapter. So it might just be a case he's going to have to do that, because he's going to fit his own hard drives anyway afterwards, his mechanical drives. Mookie said, this is where I got confused with the 4K one I had to fix. Yeah, you just never know sometimes, because certainly when it's got RGB and fan controls and whatnot, there's a lot of commonality with them, but there's no one standard. Some you need to power off SATA and the board. Some you just power off the board or SATA. It's just not good. It's tomorrow, Sans. My party is tomorrow, which is why I'm building this. There's a picture on my YouTube post of my dining room table, which was this computer sat on there. So it's tomorrow. That one, Sans. For the party, and the other reason I'm doing this, I've had two humongous ones dropped off, which are sat behind me. That is 30 odd kilos, this one here, and the one in the box that side is even heavier. I can't even move the box. Guys, move, Maddie. Watch out. This one here, I can't even lift the box. I am not joking. That must weigh probably close to maybe 45-50 kilos, whatever is in there. It's got the high power plug on it as well, 1500 watt power supply in it. He built it last week and it doesn't work. Yeah, so 1500 watt power supply. That's got I think he said he put a 58 in it and a 9950 X3D. But it weighs an absolute ton. I'm not joking. I'm not looking forward to even trying to get it out of the box. Two of them had to carry it in. I'm not even looking forward to getting it out of the box, because trying to get it out of the box, I'll guarantee it'll have a glass side in it, because they all do. And it has. It looks like a nice case, I will say. There's a picture on the side of the box. But I'm really not looking forward to getting that out of the box. What I normally do, which is what I've done with this one, if somebody drops the computer off, I give them glass panels to take away with them. I just don't want the hassle of glass panels. Right, let's get these screws in for the fans. I have 2 screws left, and then at least I can adjust these fans, get them in position, and then we can carry on with that cable management, and then see if we can figure out other bits and bobs. Install windows, and we should be, might be touch and go now for 10 o'clock, but I have a hard deadline today of 10 p.m. So I do need to call it a day at 10 p.m. So I would like to get it all done. So we've got a bit of closure on it. So we will try and work a bit quicker and get this done. It's me gabbing on, isn't it? Wouldn't normally take me 3 hours. Would normally get it buttoned off in an hour and a half, something like that, if I was building without the streaming. Windows, it's a quick bit. So that's good. That'll be, I don't know, 10 minutes for that. Throw them out that way, throw them out that way. Get a cable tie around them just to hold them together. Since I ain't got any whatchamacallit ones, they've not sent me any of their nice ones. You know, the Velcro ones. So I'll just use a plastic cable tie, zip strap, whatever we want to call them. We have plenty in my drawer. I need to buy some different sizes because I am running out of sizes. Need to do a speed build, don't I? That'd be an interesting stream. Because at the moment, I kind of just take my time doing it. When I'm working not on stream, I tend to work a lot quicker, as in a lot quicker. So I don't mind trying a speed stream out where I purposely try and do things a lot quicker than I would normally do. God, that dog stinks. Oh my God. Oh, dear me. Wow. Oh dear. I don't think my dog's well if she smells like that. Whoa, dear. I think she's probably oh, you could torture people with that. That is vile. It's actually making my eyes water. Oh dear me. Get out. And I don't mind, she's done it in here and she's gone into the living room now. What the hell? Oh. Oh. Yeah, 1500 watt. 1500 watt. It's my cows. Hello, Charles. Which one, San? Sorry. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Yeah. Did you, JFix, did you finally get a password protected BIOS reflash? I think that was me what was doing that, Sans. Yes, I did. I got it all done. I think it was me, which you might be getting confused. I was on earlier doing that one, if you were referring to that. We got it done with the help of chat, and Lead Farmer was amazing with it. He sent me all the software and everything else. That is not a PC, it's a space heater. That other one is huge, absolutely huge, on there. You need a mini PCDD to read out the chat. I do. I need something else. When I'm stood up, I can't see chat because chat's here, kind of here next to the camera. So when I look at chat, camera's 4-inch to it, but there's a shelf. I've got a shelf here, so that's why I can't see when I stand up, because my head is above the shelf area. How much better? We cannot make this look as pretty as we'd like to make it, but we will try our best. Okay, so those are the RGBs. We'll start sticking these in the holes and we'll see how many we get done, because I don't think we're going to have enough. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got 2, 3 on there. Oh, we've got 6. Oh no, 7. We've got 7. So we're going to have to duplicate one of them. Might duplicate them front 2. Can't duplicate them front 2 because they're on. Yeah, we can. We'll duplicate the front 2, which I wouldn't like to do normally, but we are where we are. Stick that one on there also. All the pins are bent. Lovely. Be nice to see this actually alive. It's alive. Get this one over here. One on there. This one over that side also. But if we stick this front 2 as paired up, at least they'll be running at the same speed as each other. The one where you were trying to reflash the wrong one and then went into a web forum to remake or edit the one on the chip. Ah, that was not me. That must have been James. Yeah, the one I did today was on a Little Dell system. Gonna look like a spider's nest when we have done this. So that one needs to go into the RGB as well, because that's for the actual cooler head itself. I've got a bent pin. I'll straighten it whilst we're putting it on. Straightened enough. On. Done, done, done. We need some tape on there so it doesn't short, but we will stick that one in there, and then we'll duplicate the front fans one. Got that on there. My PC is on cut down dolly, so you can wheel it around. I dread when I have to service it. Yeah, my big one under there, my older one under there, it's just a pain because it's all the way on the desk. To try and do anything on it is tricky to say the least. And it weighs a fair bit as well. Oh no, they ain't got. I'm gonna have to duplicate them off there. That's probably why they had that like that. So that can sit in there. That's the fan, so that fan can go in there also. We're getting somewhere rocking and rolling now. We should have one more fan connector kicking around, that's RGB, not that one. It's there. I must not be able to count because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got 2 plus the 3 up there, which is 5, 6. Oh, we've got an extra RGB. That's why. That's why. Because we've got the pump. I can't see any spare wires now I've done that, so we should be okay with that. Let's connect some of these other spare bits that he sent me. So we should have a controller here for PWM, which I presume goes into maybe that one up there. PWM controller. If I read the writing on the board, it's always easier. And this needs going into USB, which will be at the bottom of the board. I need to see where fan control is. Out where? What does that mean? Lovely black cables, just to make it harder for you to see what's what. I know. Dodgy shoulder. Oh no, I haven't deleted that one. It should still be working. Oh no, it's 2 words though, not 1 word. It's oh no with a spacing. Sorry, I need to change that, don't I? Delete that one, cows. Upper bicep tier, untreated rotary cuff. Ooh, that's a painful one. Sorry, you might need that operating on. I knew somebody had that operated on. I don't know how to delete it. But no, oh no is 2 words. Exclamation, oh, space, no. And then that comes up. Stick this down there somewhere. We're never going to make this look pretty. It's going to be pretty dire, if I'm being brutally honest. As it often is when you deal with. Just crack my watch again. There you go. That's why I don't change the whatchamacallit. I'm just going to hold that there carefully. Should have a fan controller on there for fan number 3. See if we can get that onto that pin there. Can't do this with big fat fingers. That's what you get for having big fat fingers like me. There's me telling Eric to put all these in before you put the graphics card in. This is exactly why. That's got on there. Job's a fish. Need any tweezers for that one though. That's a 2-pin one. I am trying to do this with my tongue out as well. So just to make it more challenging. Done. Pull that cable through. Voila. It's come clipped out of that fan. So is that one. That's not good a bit. These cheap fans don't really hold much muster. Right, let's plug this in and see where RGB is looking. Don't really like that. And then we can see if we need anything else on there. We do need some power to it, so I will bang some power in first. So that'll be power. And we'll stick that in one of the SATA plugs on here. Dun 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 dun. Ouch. Oh, let's see if we've got some power. Where's Carthor when you need him? Exclamation Carthor. Power! Let's turn the light off. Will we get all RGB running? I do not know. Power is there. I'm lurking. Right. We do have a display on here. I'm not going to be able to get it all in shot. We do have a display here. So we have got RGB on all things. Motherboard has lit up. Right, that display hasn't lit up. Right, one RGB hasn't lit up here.
I'm a lead farmer.
And one RGB lit up. Paul, I didn't have time, James. Sorry, I've got to shoot off at 10 o'clock, so I would have normally done a poll. But I just didn't have time to do that. So what I'm going to do is sit it up and on face cam. And stick it on there. I'll just trim this down. Sounds nice. So the bottom fan here, this one which I've just stopped with my finger, is not RGB in. So we need to see why. Oh, that's why. Because I'm a nugget. What am I? I'm a nugget. Yeah, that explains why it wasn't doing that. I've not. We need. Yeah, that one can go into there. You should see it light up in a second. So top one should now be lighting up here. And I'm just going to plug this one in also. There you go. So they're all now lit up pretty as. But I cannot figure out for the life of me how I power that. And we've got a spare PWM controller. But we should have now all the fans and all the RGB in the world. Let me just lay it back. Whoa, lay it back down. Oh, what do you get for not having a big enough desk? And too many wires underneath. Okay, so we have all RGB. So all fans are spinning and RGB in. Reasonably quiet, but we do not have a display on here. Ooh. Oh, that's reset button. That's why pressing reset. So we don't have a yeah. Can show the screen LED plug gain. See if you. Yeah, I will have a look. I'll see if I can pull it apart. Blackpool is like the Wild West. It is like the Wild West. Sands. It was downhill from 20 premium. Oh yeah. Been away for an hour. Wow, great progress. Thank you very much, Tom. I was shouting you earlier, actually, Tom. I was going to tell you the story about the motor trade, but I've not got time now because I'm on quite a tight time frame tonight to get in 10 o'clock finish. So that's what it's looking like. If we like flashing lights, I'm not a lover of them personally, but we've got flashing lights on there. So let's put this back on. We have them. Let's have a look, see if we can figure out how to get this display working now. Up there. So it's responding to power buttons, so power button's clearly working. Slightly different orientation so we can get to the cabling. So this cable here comes all the way from the circuit board down there, which is where the LCD screen is. Can you see it's coming from coming from down there. It is attached. No, it's moving all the cable, but it is attached. It comes up with all those. But the adapter is, there's 2 metal pins in there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is literally just 2 metal pins. So, and it won't push it. It'll move. It moves a little, as you can see, but it's not meant to come out. So really, reminds you of Blackpool. Covered it in black tape, fixed. Yeah, the customer, I don't think they got it working, because the customer says, can you make sure you get my screen working? So I don't think they've got it working. Let me just have a look just to make sure, to see if there is any other bits in these bags. We've got a pair of SATA cables. We've got that, but it's completely the wrong connector. That's converting a fan to an RGB, and that's his antenna for his Wi-Fi, and that's his mount for his cooler. And there is, and we've got another 12-volt RGB connector there. So I have not got a clue. The only other one which is really puzzling me is I've got this, which is just a fan controller. It's just a fan splitter. I don't know what we're using this for. I don't know why it's in the here. Because he doesn't need it. Well, it just piggybacked off others, so it doesn't need it, and that's powered by 12 volts. So we're okay with that. It don't need the extra on there at all. I don't know why. Well, I do probably know why, because it isn't any different. But I am puzzled to how we get power to that. I think there should be something which goes in here directly to power. I would say that this is powered from SATA, because he had this connected as well. Molex to SATA. Don't know why. don't know why at all. But he had that connected as well. But I would say this, because those male pins are down in there, I would say the female end is the live end, which goes onto the board and then comes on here. Yeah, that's just another fan splitter. That I just piggybacked into these. It's broad as it's long, because it's probably better doing it that way than the other way, in fairness. No, it should be powered from there. Yeah. Well, I think it is, but there's no lead for it. I ain't got a cable for it, so I can't actually do that. He's not. I mean, because we've got this as well, but this is a 12-volt fan thing, rather than a 5-volt addressable, because it's 4 pins. So, and everything else out of his new motherboard. So yeah, I can't connect his screen up. I haven't got a connector for that. I mean, I can cut the wires and solder straight on, and you know, we can do that. I could always test it with some jumpers and whatnot, but I don't really want to do that, just in case we get it wrong, or I get it wrong. So we won't do that. So let's stick that there. I want to post it into an operating system, just to make sure we are rocking and rolling all night long. And then I will have to do the cable tidying tomorrow, because that will take quite a bit of time. That one's come unplugged, so get that back in that hole. Can't get it in the hole. I've said that before. Come on, missus. There we go, got it in the hole. Right, we've got 6 minutes. This will be fastest Windows install that we've done. 6-minute Windows install. Come on. I reckon we can install Windows in 6 minutes. I'd be amazed if I can. I will be really, really amazed because I think it's about 6-7 minutes for a standard Windows install, but I have to format his drives and whatnot. Other than that, on USB drive. Don't know where I put it. There it is. I'll put it somewhere. Let's give it best possible chance and stick it into a blue one. Blue one there. And we need a obviously HDMI picture. This is when we speed run it. So we get a picture. It should appear in the bottom right hand corner. We will just Control Alt delete that. 6.7, 6.7. If we get a picture, I will flick over to. That's better. We'll get picture microscope. So we have a picture. We have picture. I have no idea what that said, but we're going to format those drives anyway. Is there something to? We don't want to do that, so we will just go into the BIOS. CPU FAM error. Please enter setup. We'll turn that off. This flight's going to take more than 6 minutes because we're going to have to configure some of this stuff. Now T-Sensor is actually connected. Because I connected it for temp sensor. Yeah, I definitely need to do some tidying up on there. AO pumps running at full, fan speed 3, it's quite low, but that's the splitter, and so on. So we will ignore that one because they're all coming off. They're all coming off that other one. So we're going to ignore that. I'm not going to turn XMP on. I'm trying to do it on a limited time frame. 21:56. I know. 21:57. I'm watching the clock. I am watching the clock. And we're not going to do that. I wanted Windows 11. So we'll bang Windows 11 on. We'll disk part all his disks. Well, this part is 1 terabyte disk anyway. I hope, I hope it's 5:58 AM. Windows 11 auto install. We'll do that. We'll get Shift F10 done. I would imagine it is. Oh, I can never tell difference. I'm going to exit that because I can't tell which one it is. Because both the memory stick, because it's a 1 terabyte memory stick. So where's the mouse? It should be disk. We should be able to see in here. So we'll just do it manually rather than disk parting it. So that one there, we'll delete. Is that the 1 terabyte one? It isn't. Yeah, Windows. Delete. And last one, disk partition there, and we'll sling Windows on that. Right, it's normally about 6 minutes from here, so I am going to run 4 minutes over, if it keeps to plan. But we will see. We will see. Let's see what people are putting here. 21. You've all got a counter. 22. I'm really late according to Carthor. I have got a clear dining table. We are putting on the dining table a shuffleboard game. I've got a 7 foot. Do you know? I don't know if you've played shuffleboard, a bit like curling, but for a desk. We've got a 7 foot one on there. He's Romeo Dunn. Don't know who he is. Do I should know? 21 seconds to go. Solid crew, anyone? So it was after his 10 hours to. Oh my gosh, yeah. Not a fan of Garage. That 10-hour stream, I'm still thinking about it. So at least RGB lights look nice. I'm going to turn lights off so we can experience that a little bit more. Here, look at these RGBs. Lovely. Hypnotic. Hypnotic. You can see them in the bottom right corner. By doing that. Let me fill you in, Andy. That's a bit harsh, that, isn't it? He said he didn't like garage, and you threatening him with filling them in. Right, so that's Windows first bit done. It'll set up the services and so on. He's actually thinking about it. He's bringing me the drives to put in. When his mum dropped the board off today, she did say we'll drop the drives off and you can fit the drives at the same time. So that's what it's doing on there. Andy's shed man. Mountain Time Garage. I don't get Stormzy. I know he's popular. Oh, is Chris in? Hey up, Chris. Hello, Chris. Yeah, I don't get Stormzy on this. So we can see the system in the bottom right, what we've now built. If you're wondering what is pulsating like a throbbing letter L in red. Wahaha. This is the system now what's built, and we're just installing Windows. Look at this. I'm just about to log off, and I'm getting all my viewers. That's it. 3 of them just dropped out. I'm going to get this to a Windows screen just so we can see, and then we'll be calling it for tonight. What did you hear when you were filling up someone's PC, Diddy? Wait, did you hear you say you are filling up someone's PC, Diddy? Filling up someone's PC, Diddy? I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Sam. Don't get that one. Bo Selector. Craig David wants to rewind. I've met him. I can't remember what his name is. It's not Avin Murray. It's Keith Lemon, isn't it? Which is a stage name as well. I bumped into him in Leeds of all places, and I've got a picture with him. Oh, fill me in. Oh, right, sorry. I'm not because I'm getting distracted with rushing to do this. Oh my God, I'm bad at typing. No, it's me what's bad at reading. That's what it is, Sans. Me what's bad at reading. So anybody sat in chat, we have managed to build the one you can see in the bottom right hand corner, which is flashing away. We're just installing a Windows on here. So it is a water-cooled system. I can't really see a great deal on that. We've had to build it from scratch. We're missing a power cable for the onboard LCD screen for temperatures and so on, but it's looking quite promising that it's going to boot all the way through. Format these drives, installed on a 1 TB Crucial M2 drive. So we are good. So what did I say? 6 minutes, and I started at 22:58, I think it was. So probably about right. These memory sticks, these USB memory sticks, guys, they're not cheap, but it cuts my time down. If it was a faster computer as well, it would actually install a bit quicker as well, because obviously you're relying on the speed of the computer. But yeah, about 6-7 minutes to get Windows installed, and that was with me rabbiting a little bit as well. Great job, PCDD. Thank you, Andy, and thank you once again, Lee Francis. That's him. Thank you once again for your kind donations earlier and sacrificing your milk money for tomorrow. Really, really do appreciate it. Just said before I fall asleep, thought you were doing a Halloween stream when I saw the orange glow. No, Phil. No, Phil. Hey, you were first, Phil, as well. You were first. We are just finishing off this. There we go. It's just ticked. How good was that? 22:04 on my screen, and it went to there. So it'll run a custom script just to configure a few bits and bobs on there. I'm trying to click behind my face to see there. Task Manager. I'm doing this on OBS screen, you see, so it is a little bit small as well. The CPU is reporting all cores. RAM. Yeah. Alt RAM is showing as well. GPU won't be showing because no drivers in for it yet, and the drivers are showing. So, gentlemen, oh, turn that off on there, and we will switch back over to there. I were on a tight deadline today to get that done, but we managed to get it done in a fashion. Still a bit of Windows install to do, and certainly cable management at back. I will speak to them and I'll see when they're dropping the drives down if they have got the other cables, because the motherboard box that I sent them away with today, because they brought me a new motherboard because they broke the last one, if you remember. So all the stuff was in the motherboard. So there is a possibility that the cable that I need might be in the old motherboard box, which they've now got. So so yes, I will speak to them. Hopefully that I will give you an update as well to it all done and so on, to make sure we can get things like the LCD screen all done and dusted. But we will close that down, and we will call that a night. Thank you so much for everybody participating tonight. Really does make it worthwhile when I come in. Thank you so much for Pitco, Andy, and Grass Puddles for the very generous donations there for supporting the channel. Really does mean a lot. And as I say, the gratitude goes to, and James as well. James slipped one in as well. See, it sounds really rude, that, isn't it, where James slipped one in there. So thank you so much. Been a pleasure, guys, for me entertaining you, if you call it entertainment for the night as well. I just wanted to get this out of the way because I've got the party tomorrow. I will catch up with you probably one day next week, certainly at least one day during the day next week, because my daughter's with me, so I don't stream in an evening when I've got her and whatnot. So we'll get that done. I'll give you an update on here once it's done. I'll post something to my YouTube blogs as well, or into Andy's Discord. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have a super weekend. Have a really good time. Enjoy whatever you do, and the ambiance, and the mood lighting that I've given everybody. If you've not hit the like button, guys, please do smash the like button. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing that as well. And we will catch up very soon. Again, guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. See you all again, guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.